Everyone, welcome back to another stream. We have Anti-Venom releasing very soon. I'm not super big on him. I think he's going to be pretty problematic. I don't know that he's going to be just amazing, but at the same time, I do want to experiment, see if we can find anything that maybe we weren't expecting to do well or to be good. So today, do you normally hit max alliance each rewards? Yeah. So we the alliance, the main alliance, we've never missed a max reward yet, Eldane. And so pretty typical that we do reach the max or high end reward. So as people are filtering in, Skada, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great one. I saw that you were continuing to climb. Are you around? You're like top 40 now, unless you fell a bit, right? Are you still rocking the scar list? Because I was finding I was having a little bit of trouble. I was experimenting with a few different things, just a little bit on, I think yesterday, and hit some unfortunate plays. And then Krispy Kreme, welcome in. And then M, welcome in as well. Hopefully you're having a great one. I'm excited to try out Anti-Venom a little bit. I'm not super... I'm not sold that he's going to be fantastic, but... What does this do? Skada. Times you out from the chat for about 2 minutes. In just a minute. All right, and then as we're ramping up, I haven't done the weekend mission, so I do have to kind of quickly go through those. And then Eldane, thank you so much for resubbing with your Prime for the 3rd month. Very much appreciate having you here. Hopefully you're having a great one. We can double up on the Nico. We can go ahead and go Silver Sable. We do have Falcon in hand. I'm just excited because I like the Anti-Venom symbiote. You know there's an Agent Anti-Venom? I didn't. I knew about Anti-Venom, or Agent Venom, prior to his release in the game, but I didn't know about Agent Anti-Venom, which I think is kind of interesting.
Oh, snap.
So we're gonna pump a game of, it's just a pretty standard Agent Venom Toxin bounce list, and that way I can knock out the remaining 2 weekend missions. I've only just finished mine, been struggling to find some. Yeah, me too. Because I really don't enjoy bounce like all that much. It's not awful, but I don't enjoy it whenever it's super common or everywhere. An anti-agent 13. Is there Mike Dot? And then Horror Story said, "Hey TLSG, I'm trying to hit my 4,000 last minute." You can do it. You can get the conquest rewards. I know you can. I know you can grind it out. Let's go ahead and go Nico, Hood, Destroy. We can probably place Sable Demon to open up our hand a bit. Probably not. Understandable. Couldn't you toxify / junkify bounce to be more your style? You could, but it doesn't perform as well as like this one. And I don't know. And I don't enjoy that one, this one as much. Like there may be a way to junkify it or just make it.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
But we haven't found that way yet. And then Scobras, thank you so much for the Prime sub and support. That pushes us up to, it should be 2 for today because Eldane sent one as well. But very much appreciate having you here.
Clear for takeoff.
Danny said I was actually saving tokens for Fastos. Ooh, and you got him today. Nice, Danny. Congratulations. Starting strong with those puns. Yeah. And then Scobras, good luck with the streaming full time. Thank you so much. Still a little bit nervous, but excited about it at the same time. So I think we go Rocket, Beast, then call it a day. We can flood quite a bit on that last turn. Been enjoying Thanos Fastos. Yeah, Thanos Fastos I think is probably the best home for Fastos. And it's not that it's a great one, but it's just something a little bit different. And then Stacy, you said I missed you. I missed you guys as well. With my daughter, my wife is still out of town, and my daughter's been sleeping like absolute garbage. So I ended up needing a couple of days to recover after doing quite a big push in when the drops were live. And so I recovered for a couple of days, but we're back and ready. So Hitmonkey left like that. I think is what we'll throw. And then Hurricane, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great one. Sick of my daughter too? Yeah. Last night she went to sleep at like 1:30, I think is what the time she finally fell asleep. Huge raccoon.
Victory.
Almost as big as the Hitmonkey. We did fall a little bit as we were as we were experimenting yesterday. That's all right. Z35 Dino. Thank you so much for resubbing for 4 months at tier 1. Do I get any brownie points for Alliance? Absolutely. You do indeed. Like that. You're right. Should quit complaining. Then Real Raptor, welcome in. So why do you have 2 shots in your alkaline all of a sudden? Wait. That may have went over my head, Scotta. I'm not sure what that means. Exactly. I've been if it's caffeine, I don't know if it's caffeine or what. If it's caffeine, I've been caffeine free for about 4 months. Mabel Rebel, I got FOMO and pulled toxin. Oh, it took you 4 keys. Oof. I mean, if you enjoy bounce, you're gonna get plenty of value from it. Maybe she's a night out. Yeah, I think I fear that you're right. I'm not sure that there's a whole lot that we can do about it.
Snap.
So why do you have 2 slots? Okay, in your alliance. So what we've been doing is there's been a handful of people that have been very low contributors, and by very low, like less than 500 for most of since alliances have launched pretty much. We've implemented a strike system. So if you're below 1,000 point contribution, you get 1 strike a week. Or if you're below 1,000, you get 2 strikes. If you're below 2,000 but above 1,000, then you get 1 strike. And after you get 3, you'll get bumped out. And so we had a couple of people that have had 7 strikes this month. And so I haven't been following up on it as closely, but we're starting to really churn through so that we can make sure that it's not just a handful of people that are contributing at the high end, so that we don't burn people out. Do this. We have some extra energy. We could go ahead and do this. I'm not sure if we really want to. You're soft. You could kick them all. Yeah. No, I don't want it to feel like you have to just absolutely grind, because like me, I'm always gonna hit like 8,000. Like it's always gonna be that I contribute more. So I don't feel like everyone has to hit 4,000. We can easily clear it with just around 2,000. You can kick people from alliances. Yeah. If you're the owner or an officer in one. And then Murdoff, thank you so much for resubbing with your Prime sub for the 7th month now. Very much appreciate the support and appreciate you being here. Do this. Activate Hope Summers. Sunspot. 2, 3, 4. We could throw Hood if we felt like it wouldn't be a huge issue. I'll just do this. Saving your keys for Fenris. Yeah, I think Fenris is going to be a crazy week for sure. Raptor, he said, I noticed your alliance has only infinite or mega players. So I don't necessarily care like rank wise, as long as you're active. The rank doesn't matter to me as much. Let's try that. They have Black Swan as well, so they think there's a good chance that they win this one, but happy to catch a stream. I'm happy you were able to catch a stream as well. Did you say you reset the strikes monthly? Yeah. No, so it's monthly. That way, like, it doesn't have to be. That was a lot closer than what I thought. Actually, we win that one, right? We win the point differential. Craziness. Yeah, they reset monthly. That way, like, if you and if you're like going on vacation or you have something coming up, all I ask is that you give us a heads up, and then it's not like every single week that you're missing out on. And then Foster, thank you so much for resubbing for 2 months at tier 1. I very much appreciate you being here and appreciate the support. Hood Toxin mid. We could have done Hood Toxin mid. Sunspot unexpected MVP. Yeah, he was the unexpected MVP for sure. Did you buy the Deadpool bundle? I did. I did end up buying the Deadpool and the web shop one. Is that actually Jeff? Yeah. Jeff was on the game a little bit earlier today. I know he was running ladder. Typically, he's a conquest player now, and so his rank's a little bit lower, but I don't think that matters too much. All right, let's go ahead and throw our Agent Venom. We have the double trigger of Sage, double trigger of Beast. Not that Beast matters. And then Sergeant, yo TLSG, been a minute since I've caught a stream again, but I'm here early at least. You are here early. I actually took a couple of days off. I took Friday, the weekend, and then Monday off to kind of wind down after drops ended. And now we're ready to jump in and go again. Oh no, I missed the ads. I apologize, you guys. T Greenathy, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great one. So the Iceman putting in work against him. We could always do this. Do something like this. Or we go ahead and do this number. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull him back in. That way we can a beanbag or a dog behind you. It's a beanbag shaped dog. No, it's Clarice. She finally came up, and I put a dog bed up here as soon as my wife left. And she finally came up here. She's just sleeping. They still redeem it, just maybe not as much, maybe not as much as they used to. I think we do something like this. And Blitz Monkey resubbing for 6 months at tier 1. You guys are going crazy already. I appreciate all of the support, you guys. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're having a fantastic one.
Victory.
There were rumors that Pocket was coming out a day early. Yeah. So it went down for maintenance, actually. And so it went down for like a 28-hour maintenance or something crazy. But it should be out soon. I feel like Anti-Venom can be a good card if he costs 3 and we have Howard in play. I don't know. I feel like he's going to be really inconsistent. Yeah, the pocket drops tomorrow. That's when the maintenance releases. I've never been a bounce player, but have 7 keys. We got Elsa and Zabu. So, Squiddy, if you think you'll ever play bounce, I think Toxin is going to be pretty core in it. And so it's not going to be awful. It's just you're not going to get a lot of value.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
Bounce with the card. Today's caches will give you Supergiant, which is the last card that you own. So I'll officially be collection complete. I actually spent tokens a couple of days ago to finish off collection complete. I bought Cola Obsidian, of all things. And then X Commotive, thank you so much for the Prime sub. And Desmond AMD resubbing with your Prime for the 4th month, launching us into an early hype train. It's been a while since we had a hype train that launched up. And so I appreciate you guys and appreciate the support. Absolutely coming in huge here. I think Anti-Venom is going to be good in a Wong Namora type deck. That's kind of along the lines that I'm thinking, plus. Said the Iceman was cracked. Sniped his Cassandra twice. Oh my goodness, Duck Doolittle. Yeah, sometimes Iceman can just dominate a game. And it seems like last game was one of those times. Big Bill, missed the whole match because of ads. I typically try to time them outside of gameplay. I apologize that you missed the match. I typically try to time them outside of gameplay. That one I just missed. So that one's my bad. That one's on me. But I will continue trying to do better. Let's go ahead and Toxin in the left lane. Pull them back in. Next turn, maybe Silver Sable, Nico, Beast, so that we can enable Hitmonkey last turn, like a Hitmonkey Sage plus the 1-drops. Could potentially be our play. 4 cost is his major downside. Yeah, 4 cost, I think for most cards is like that really tough barrier for entry of like, are they going to be playable or not? We could do this before 5. We wouldn't pull them all back in. Do Nico with Beast 4, 5, 6, 7. We would be able to pull them all back in. These 2 would be free. Or do we want to just destroy Beast? This Nico spell is throwing me off. We could destroy Beast, pull 3 back in to elevate the Hitmonkey a bit. That's what I'm going to try and do here. Finally, TLSG is back. Been having proper withdrawals and spells of loneliness. Mono, I apologize. Welcome back. I took a couple of days to recover from doing like the extended hours during the drops. And then I am John Locke with the resub for 5 months at tier 1. What are the odds you'll do an Elden Ring run? Right now, not huge. But I'd never say never. So it's always within the realm of possibility. So they have Sarah. I'm assuming they have Killmonger, which is why they snapped here. Going into the last turn, could always do Sable, Nico, maybe it's Sable, Sage, 2, 4, 6, 8. Nico, Monkey, Demon. Killmonger coming? Yeah. Killmonger and Shadow King? I'm curious. I think we should probably retreat from this just because they have the Sarah down. They're looking at a full hard counter, but I'm very curious. Okay, there's the Killmonger. Yeah, Shadow King left. Tough. Hit Monkey. The real Mysterio's left. Had we thrown real Sage left, we had that one. It just came down to not stacking the Sage where we needed to. The Hydra King. Hey TLSG, quick question. How do you deal with burnout on this game? I've been playing since beta and the grinding and FOMO for cards and feeling that I have to play or I miss out versus I want to play because I'm enjoying it. Also, there's some water for appreciation. Did you do a water redemption? Wait, hype chest? What is a hype chest? Something new? Winning line was all mid and went right. I'm not playing there. That too, yeah. Yeah, we could have done Sage left to win that one that way. We could have done all mid to win that way. Wild. Oh wait, oh well, it's one of those. Hydrate button? Well, I'll do one. So as far as burnout goes, try and find a deck or try to find something that you're enjoying. A lot of times for me, that's off meta stuff, not necessarily the strongest thing. Like this bounce list, very strong, but I don't really care for balance, and I typically find that I don't enjoy like the deck that is the most or one of the strongest in the game at the time. It just, I don't know. I enjoy the surprise element, and if you're running the one that it would win because it's the strongest, then it doesn't, I don't know. I don't enjoy it as much. So I always try to brew or find different things that I can run instead. And then sometimes if the meta is bad enough, that just means you've taken a couple of days. Sage left was hit by Shadow King. True, Jaguar.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
Can you explain how Luke Cage and Shadow King interact? So for whatever reason, Shadow King sets the card to their base power. So it doesn't reduce technically, it just removes all modifiers. So like Hit Monkey, he has a modifier of +4. Shadow King is just returning it back to the base. It's removing any modifiers on the card. Whereas Luke Cage stops it from being reduced, which would be an additional modifier. So like a -5, -1, whatever the negative modifier would be here. It's to me, it still doesn't feel intuitive like I would imagine it should, but it is what it is. Do we full send right? We get a free 6-cost card. We can do Sage, Demon. It's pretty big. Go ahead and snap it. And then Neo, Human Lore. Thank you so much for the Prime sub and support. Very much appreciate having you here. Wouldn't Shadow King actually put an Anti-Venom card to its normal power? It would. It would put it to its normal power, and Shadow King should also keep it where it needs to be as well. Neo-Human, you played Lore. Legend of Runeterra. I played that for a while. I did a couple of I thought it was really cool that they did an end of season tournament for those people that hit. I think I don't remember the high. It's like legendary in Hearthstone, maybe Masters. In Runeterra, I thought it was really cool that they did a tournament specifically for those. for potential cash prizes. I mean, I know that whatever business model they had didn't pan out in the end, but it was really cool to be able to like grind and know that because you grinded, you had a chance to enter into like a tournament that was a little bit more exclusive. The game loved it, but games took too long. Yeah. Yep, the games took a while, and at least whenever I played, the meta was very kind of like pigeonholed into like a handful of decks that did really well, which meant that you couldn't really experiment too well with much else. We never want to do this, right? We could always do like Iceman Falcon, and our aim is to just flood enough cards into Machine World that you can't draw. Did you have a chance to try Misery? I haven't tried Misery since she got bumped up to 8, but I played her quite a bit on a release week. And I have a couple of issues with her. We could also Iceman, right? Yeah, that would be fine. But I was thinking in terms of like stopping them from drawing. We might be able to do like this. I doubt they get our Toxin. We pull these back in, and we can kind of revisit and do again. We don't have to compete for Asgard. My problem with Misery is that she, one, feels pretty telegraphed. Like you have to... Oh, they are going to get our Toxin. Oof, well, unfortunate. Typically, by the way that you stack your cards, if you're going all in on a Misery deck, it's very like telegraphed or transparent. The other thing is that it gives you like anti-tempo. You're taking away power from your cards on the board, which typically feels bad. I think eventually we might see something that fits her well, but with her being relatively low tempo, it just hasn't been fantastic right now. You think making Misery 5/10 is the right change? I'd say probably not, because she's destroying cards on your board. Doing that on turn 5 leaves you pretty hamstrung for the last turn of the game. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 19. 19 is probably not perfect here. Quite enough though. Go pretty crazy in Surfer as a 3 cost. Misery? Yeah, Misery at a 3 cost I think would be wild. Almost maybe broken. But 4 cost, it's so difficult to nail down a 4 cost slot. We needed more in left. Oh, our hand is full. I'm not gonna pull any of the stuff back in, unfortunately. For an Electro deck, it makes her better for that. The only one home, yeah. Yeah, otherwise I think destroying your cards on 5 puts you way too far back. Yeah, Supergiant was pretty decent for a little bit. But I think the meta has kind of shifted away from what it was, and it's much it is combo heavy, but it's also not reliant on like a combo specifically on turn 5, I guess. Supergiant's making a comeback. I I want to like Supergiant, but I always just end up like just spewing cubes. Supergiant Ajax. Yeah, but Alioth is so common right now that I feel like it still puts you at risk. And so I always feel nervous trying to play it. And then Great Fox, hey TLSG in chat, hope all is well. I hit Infinite for the first time earlier today. Congratulations, Great Fox. It gets easier from that point on. And so you're doing good so far. We can Toxin bounce Sable back in. Let's go ahead and I guess do Venom. So they could do Blink to rotate Wave into a potential Galactus, but I don't think we can. Yeah, I guess we can do Venom, right? Or Magneto.
Snap!
Then we pull Wave over. Even if they try to Blink into a Galactus, we have that covered here. If they're just trying to get Galactus down, then we also have that covered.
We are the future. I am.
Interesting. Horror Story said I hit Infinite first 3 months ago and haven't been back. You'll get there. I have no doubt that you'll get back to that point. I was expecting that to be Galactus mid. If it was Galactus mid, that would have been wild. They would have deserved the Galactus play had that been the case. So wait, this has to be a low collection level player, I feel. No? Okay. So 8 and 5. We need a little bit to this right lane, but probably not all that much, honestly. It is with what? A Juggernaut? Not be great for us.
Victory.
Playing a bot deck to lure you into a false sense of security. I don't know what they were going with. Maybe this was a Living Tribunal deck that just didn't pop off right. That's what I'm imagining. Need 2 more wins. It is time for a quick set of ads. I'll finish off the 2 wins for the Agent Venom weekend mission, and then I'll open up our season caches after that. But we're gonna jump over into a minute and a half of ads, and then be right back. You guys don't go anywhere. And then Mike Jeet. Actually, you're probably on ads now. My bad. You have to do it on PC is the easiest way. They made it really difficult on mobile. I think the only way I could figure it out is if I downloaded and loaded it up as a desktop site instead of a mobile. Psych. He's opening them during the ads. You're gonna miss it. No, we wouldn't do that to you guys. And then Hydra King with the hydrate reminder coming through. I appreciate you. Got it to work. Have you seen Bloons Tower Defense new card game? I saw a little bit of it. I I haven't watched a whole lot, but I saw a couple of people that I follow post some like either gameplay previews or maybe it was actual release gameplay. But that's been a couple of weeks. We won't do that until the super hyper premium super season TLSG pass. Yeah. Yeah, and I can't be specific about what benefits are going to be provided in the super hyper season TLSG pass. Just know it's going to be good. Wasn't impressed. Yeah. I've always enjoyed the Bloons Tower Defense games. But I feel like, yeah, I don't know. The card game didn't necessarily like draw me in from the little bit that I saw about it. I can't wait to play Anti-Venom next week, and hopefully no one is metagaming against it. The store manager. That is very, very true, sadly. Because that's one of my biggest fears. Is that people are going to be running direct counters to it, like always. So a lot of Mobius when we typically don't see Mobius. Same thing happened for Scream. I didn't enjoy Scream on release week. I didn't enjoy Toxin on release day, just because like of the hard like metagaming that goes on. But hopefully we can still find a way to make it happen. And then Marky with the snap redemption. Cable could be something too. Is prime resub an option? Mike, it is, but you have to be. They made it super difficult on mobile, so it has to be either from like a desktop site on a browser on your phone, or from a computer, and then you just click on the subscribe underneath, and then there should be a little tick box for Prime sub. Let's go with this for now. Cable can yoink their cards timed right. Oh man, I just know we're gonna donate our top card several times if they time it on turn 5 or turn 4 whenever we drop the Anti-Venom. With the amount of Mobius in the meta after 12 today, I'm gonna just be running my Scream deck. Yeah, probably. Twitch doesn't want to do subs through the apps because they would need to pay Apple or Google a cut. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and we'll send here. Usually go for Spotlight variants. Strictly use your cards. I haven't went for a Spotlight variant at all. So typically I'm pretty frugal, and I try to get as much progression out of like my keys as possible. And so there hasn't been one yet that I have sent for. And hydrate from
All
Milla.
systems go.
The new copycat Spotlight variant coming. So, like, if I pick them up from using the keys, absolutely. But I usually don't spend an extra key just for the purpose of getting one. Go ahead and send here. And then Acro Year 70, thank you so much for resubbing for 2 months at tier 1. Very much appreciate the support and appreciate having you here. How's that Anti-Venom hype going? It's I wouldn't say it's through the roof. It's probably not even close to the roof, honestly. I feel like we're gonna need to go heavier in the left lane. So what if we did Nico, Iceman, Rocket, not high on Anti-Venom. Me neither, Cold. Like, I don't see it being that impactful. I feel like more often than not, it's going to be a little bit clunky. And then Purd Happily, thank you so much for resubbing with your Prime for the 2nd month. Thank you just for being you. Thank you for being here, Purd. It means a lot. So we are going to be able to grab this 4 cubes here. And then Barbarossa. Oh, yeah. Still win the right, even though the real one's over there. He said, thanks for the amazing content, first of all. Second, I would like to suggest you to consider the game Mindbug. Card game created by Richard Garfield. It's coming out free to play mid-November. I'll add it onto my list to take a look at. Then General Sergeant, welcome in. I'm gonna be honest, I needed a nap. I needed a nap after putting in the long hours for the drops week, and then staying up until like 2:30 in the morning most nights. I needed a rest, but I am glad to be back.
Oh, snap.
Then warm up. You said I asked the question, then it went right to ads. Then I had to step away. You may not have answered it, but do you know what Second Dinner's plan is for December content? Officially no. Like there hasn't even been any like things leaked towards us. But what I would imagine, we have the series drop. I'm hoping this could be copium, but my biggest hope or copium is that the snap pack data mine that we got, all we got is some like very vague reference to snap packs being a thing in the game data. My hope is that the reason we don't have Spotlight information yet from the patches is that they're going to switch to a different acquisition system altogether. Probably not. That's probably just hopeful thinking, but that's what I'm hoping. Outside of that, there was rumors of a Rivals collaboration as well. So I'm thinking that they're just tightening down on like maybe stuff that's being leaked in data mines, whether that be because of the collaborations that are upcoming or whatever that may be. It could just be that they're getting a little bit more strict on what they allow through data mines. This would be 3. We wouldn't do anything. So if we did this, it would be 4, 5, 6. We could get a copy of the toxin for 7. And then we could go Silver Sable mid. We could even go Rocket Raccoon mid if we wanted to. I guess would allow us to do this, yeah? Would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then we would be maxed out. We'd have a lot of sables. Let's send it. Sable and Vats is a GG. Sable and Vats is really tough to deal with, especially if you have a way to like clear it out and play them again. It gets crazy really fast. What is the feature on the left side of your screen that shows the cards? So that's my tracker. It's untapped.gg. The second one is an affiliate link, so if you do decide to download it, it helps me out a little bit. The first one is just the link to their website. Go to turn 7 here, unless they change this with like a Reality Stone. I'm not going to activate Black Swan yet, though. Activate, yeah. Yeah, even if we don't get to activate, like we have so much power down that I'm not sure that they'd be able to really do much anyways. Power Stone. Time Stone for the draw. We have to assume that the game could end on this last turn. But if they get another Power Stone down, I guess they haven't done Mind Stone, Reality Stone. They haven't done a lot of their stone stuff yet. My goodness, the 16 power toxin is... I think we just... It's something like this. I'll save the Sage. We have a lot of power mid, a lot of power left, a lot of power right. And then if they don't end the game, we have a gigantic Sage plus whatever else we throw their way. Can't wait to see you 1-key Anti-Venom. We'll see. I didn't use keys last week, but the week before that was took 4 keys. And so we'll see what it ends up taking. Big misery. Re-trigger Fastos again. Second Power Stone. But we have a significant lead over here. This is too... I think it has to be Sage over here. And then Sable, Iceman. Call it a day. Sage left. Yeah, I was thinking Sage left, but I wanted to save it for the last turn just in case they didn't rip it away. So that we had another like big push. And then Chris from EU, thank you so much for resubbing with your Prime. Thanks for all the content. Thank you so much for being here for the 4th month. Very much appreciate having you here. Not sure why you didn't Sage to get another. We could have Saged to get another, but we had so much power down. I didn't feel like we absolutely needed to. And we should have 4 keys. I spent some of my credits upgrading some cards, so we have 3 keys. And the next one is 40 keys away. I have a couple of splits that we can do. There it is. So we have the Absorbing Man. We can actually run a prediction if you guys want. Because Absorbing Man, I've split 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th time. We can do a prediction. We can gamble a little bit. So I'll do a 5-minute submission period. We'll hold off on splitting it until that 5 minutes, but let you guys vote on what the next split outcome is going to be. I'll pay you to make a good split, or I'll pay you to have a good split. Why? Because you're gonna vote no. I predict that you'll do a prediction. Yeah, we could have gotten a copy, but then if Shang-Chi was a thing, it would have given them like a direction to go. I don't know. I didn't feel like we needed to like cap out the left lane for it. We also have several others. I'm not sure why we have so many to split. But I think I can split a couple others. 1, 2 that don't have a chance of being like gold or crackle or anything. 1, 2, 3 right now. All in on a good split. Let's go. All right. So the Absorbing Man is the split that we're gambling on right now. None of these lower ones that didn't have a chance to pull anything into anything good. I figured I'd go ahead and split those while we're waiting. Get them out of the way. The Gladiator actually has a pretty good chance here as well. Because we have a black and white. I've split them a good number of times, so it looks like we have a second prediction that we can run. Human Torch, not going to be anything good. We might as well go ahead and split him. Confident in my guess? I mean, confidence is key. There's Agent. I think the Shang-Chi one could actually be pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 3 Gambas that we can do. I didn't even realize that I prepped them up. the Gladiator Spotlight. I like the Gladiator Spotlight one so much. I don't really care for it black and white because it takes away the flame, but I like the flame, and I got a green crackle on it, so I figured I'd keep it colored for now. Red Guardian, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a chance that this one could be inked. 3, yeah. Confident. All right, we're gonna Vulture. Vulture could be good here too. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have a lot of gambas we can do. We'll trickle in. We'll trickle them in throughout the stream. Let's open up our season caches. We're post 50. One of the only ways to get free gold now. It's not a bad variant. I'll never use the card unless they change it, but it is nice to have it. 92 levels is a lot. We've played quite a lot. You just got the same variant? Naxxus. That's huge. I don't even recognize it. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen that one. Bad card, but good variant. Yeah. And then a bunch of boosters. So we should have another week of missions that are popping up. Wow. Yeah, so we're gonna get probably 100 plus this month. That's your sign to start name mooring? We could start name mooring. We have just a little bit longer, so I'm gonna do one game before we do the Absorbing Man split. How'd you quit caffeine? I realized that even with caffeine, I got to a point where I was using it as a complete like crutch, where I would wake up, need caffeine, I would drink it all throughout the day, and if I didn't, it was like the day was awful. And so we went to visit my friend for she was actually getting married, and she, however she did it, even though she was in medical school and all this other stuff, only has like 1 cup like once a week. And so then after we got home, I had decided that I was gonna back off the caffeine and just quit, so that I could hopefully one day just wake up and be good again, and just quit cold turkey. It was a tough probably 3-4 weeks. But now, being on the other end, I am glad that I did it. But it was a really rough 3 to 4 weeks where I had like body aches, flu-like symptoms, just extreme fatigue, and then slowly but surely it got a little bit easier as the time went on. Quit his 9 to 5. No more caffeine needed. If only. Let's go Sable Beast. Plot twist, his 9 to 5 was drinking caffeine. Almost. For a little bit it was. When I was doing daily videos, and my full-time job and everything else was, I'm struggling to quit caffeine. I think it was mainly like, kind of like what they say with quitting like smoking. It's something that you really have to decide that you want to do. It's not going to be easy, but like you're the only one that I think can decide that it's something that you want to push for and strive for. Have you tried mushroom coffee? I have not. Cold grits. What variant of the card do you really like but will never use the card itself? Probably an Orca one. There's a really cool Orca one out there that just, I don't ever have a reason to use it or to drop it. So they could do Iron Man, potentially. Do you ever destroy the rickety bridge? Let's do this, because I think it's going to be a point differential or a point off between these two. So I'm just going to full send right. Does Sarah run Iron Man? I don't think so. Shadow King, yes. Killmonger, yes. The Rogue, a lot of times it runs Gwynpool. A lot of times it's like a hit monkey. I think we're fine here. Titanomachia, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Sleepy Dog is restless. Yeah, Sleepy Dog is a little bit restless. Austin, you said struggling to quit pre-workout. Yeah, that's another tough one because of how much caffeine it like packs in there. It's hard to like go from using it and working out to just not needing it anymore. You think Wong Anti-Venom could be a thing? I think so. I think like an Odin on reveal or like a Wong Namora White Tiger stuff could potentially be a decent home for Anti-Venom. Specifically because you'll be able to like have that surprise element of maybe sometimes it's going to be a Wong where you have that surprise Wong plus whatever else it is. And then Blizzy, you said, what does Frigga do? She's a 3-cost that I think she puts on reveal. She puts a 1, 2, or 3-cost card face down in that lane, I think. Could be getting them mixed up. Yeah, no. So on reveal, add a copy of the last card you played to your hand, if able. Ah, the big Killmonger is brutal. We still have the lead in the right by 9 right now. 6, 7, 8. No, it's a real Mysterio. Killmonger's rough.
Victory.
I haven't split it yet, Chris. So we're about to do that now. I jumped into a game because we had just a little bit longer on the voting. Surprise Wong. Yeah, surprise Wong, or just having whatever cards you want to get hit with Wong. And then you can drop Wong on the last turn, or drop the card plus Odin. Could be pretty good too. All right, let's go ahead and split the card. For all of the yaysayers and naysayers, we're gonna split Absorbing Man. We've split him. I think this is the 5th split. We have an opportunity to get most of the results. Let's see if we get anything good. Gold, right? Yeah, gold finish. That is a good one. That is a good outcome. So all of the yaysayers, let's see. We had 69% say that it'll be a good split, 31% on the other. And so go ahead and reward the gold ink Kirby. Bet 5K on that. I guess gambling does pay. You won that because Sable shot Mysterio in the face. Wait, did we win that one last one? I thought we lost. Did we win that last game? Oh my goodness. I was too worried about doing the split. I didn't even realize. $46-point profit. Let's go, Raptor. So we have 5 minutes left. Let's see exactly how long. 5 minutes, 6 seconds. Let's do one more Gamba. Because Sable slapped Mysterio. We're going to do one more Gamba. Put the 5-minute timer on it. And then we'll split it as we're about to pull cards. And so the next one is going to be... Let's make the next one our Gladiator. Or Red Guardian. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, let's do Gladiator. Gladiator's been split a number of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be like the 10th split on Gladiator. 9th or 10th. And so we've gotten a couple of good outcomes already. We have a black and white. We have a Kirby on him. But there's a lot of other cool ones that it could be. And so while we're waiting, back-to-back dubs, easy, easy wins. Actually, before we jump into a game, we have the ads that are about to run. And then I don't know if we'll have time for a full game, so I'm going to jump over into... I'm actually going to do 2 minutes of ads so that I can run to the restroom. We can kind of get set up for the new card release, and then we'll split a card when I come back. I'm believing harder this time. 1K points on the line. Raptor. Looking for that pure profit. We'll be right back, you guys. He's going to drink caffeine in secret. And then Killian, I'm waiting a few days on Anti-Venom to see if he's good. That's probably a good idea. Because I feel like he's very iffy for sure. Dog cam win? So we have the doggo cam in the background right now. But the doggo doesn't hang out here very often. If the doggo starts hanging out more often, then we could set up a doggo cam. But right now, most of the time, it would just be an empty bed. And then Georgie, thank you so much for resubbing with Prime for the 3rd month. Ready for some toxic Anti-Venom decks. I'm so excited for... I don't think Anti-Venom is going to be crazy. But I think it's going to be a fun card to experiment. How old is the doggo? About 6 or 7 human years. I don't know what that is in dog years. We have a minute and 15 left. We have just a little bit longer on the split prediction. I am going to be splitting the Gladiator, which has been split a large number of times here. 1 million in dog years. That's why she's so tired. And then Ayo, it's Breezy. Thank you so much for resubbing for 2 months at tier 1 for the 4th consecutive month. I very much appreciate having you here. Hopefully you're having a great one so far. I love Anti-Venom and Marvel. And Snap. That ability seems bad. Yeah. 7 human years is equivalent to 1 dog year. Wait. One human year is equivalent to 7 dog years, right? If you weren't a content creator, would you pick up Anti-Venom? Not off of release. I would wait to see how it performs before I would wait before diving in. Why do dog years exist? Can't we just accept they die young? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know Fireball. Seems like Iron Lad version 2. Yeah, me too. The only thing that I think Anti-Venom has going for it over something like Iron Lad is that it has that element of surprise. Like you could potentially snap on having a free Odin and an Arnold Zola so that you can re-trigger your cards a huge number of times. It's like I think the only thing that he does better than Iron Lad. All right, so let's go ahead and split before we pull the card. Hey, the Yaysayers are rewarded again. We get another black and white version. So you guys will purely profit. 83% said positive this time. Only 17% said no. And so we're gonna reward you guys. It's been good splits for the last several. So we're due for a bad one soon. But we'll see when that happens. All right, let's see how many it takes us to pull the new card. We have 3 keys. We could easily get up to the next one. This Supergiant variant is actually pretty sleek. I kind of wish that this was animated a bit more. But I do like the variant quite a bit. Let's see what happens. First try incoming. Okay, not a good start. Of the variants that I wanted, this is probably the least of the 3 that we could have pulled. It's fine. It's fine. We'll do a 2-tap. 2-tap is fine. 3 taps. 3 tappers out there. Last time I used keys 2 weeks ago, it took 4. So we got the Supergiant variant, so it's all good. We're gonna praise a bit. Oh no! No! I just spent 6,000 tokens on Coal Obsidian. No! It's pure scam. I spent 6,000 like 2 days ago? 3 days ago? I think it was Saturday. Friday or Saturday that I spent 6,000. Oh no. Huge F. That is awful. Well. Unfortunate. Alright, let's upgrade a card real fast. Woof, not great. What card do we need to upgrade? I've been liking movement, so maybe we upgrade like a Madam Web. We got 1,000 token rebate. Yeah, we got 1,000 token rebate. How many tokens? How many keys did you just use? I just used 3, and we don't have it yet, so I have to cash in the rest of my credits to get the last key. Unfortunately, I also got 4. Also got 4 tap, 0 caches now. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to build back up. Wait, I've never split Heimdall? Crazy. The doggo, yeah, the Chris from you. The doggo's here. She's I think maybe when I screamed or yelled, not screamed. I think when I yelled, she woke up. She might leave. She typically doesn't like whenever I create content. All right, we have the guarantee of Anti-Venom here. Feels bad because I don't even think the card's gonna be good. That good. Oof. All right. To check alliance rewards. Wait, the ones for the upcoming week.
Epic. Epic.
Whoa! What? There's no way. There's no way that that's supposed to be there. The personal rewards is a mystery variant. And then Mr. Simba, thank you so much for resubbing with your Prime. For the 3rd month, there's a Prime sub to make you happy for the 4 keys. Thank you so much, Simba. That blew me away. Yeah. I feel like that has to be wrong. I feel like they didn't intend to do that. But maybe they did. Maybe they did, because if everybody in a full alliance gets 4,000, then they get the max anyways. But it feels like we're not grinding for anything this week. He's just Ironlad and Jubilee with extra steps. Chris, so I think the only benefit that Anti-Venom is going to have is that he gives you that element of surprise, which can give you some cube equity. Now tell them that the alliance rewards are terrible. All right, let's add our new card in here. Better be the best card I've ever seen. We could take out Ironheart. We could add in a Sage. Like maybe in place of the Sable. Maybe in place of the Symbiote Spider-Man. I think we're going to go Sage here. What about Iron Man? Yeah, I think Iron Man is a decent hit for it. I'm also curious. I'm always curious. What the auto create makes. Usually it's garbage for first several days until it has some data to use. That actually might not be awful. Have a surprise like Onslaught Ultron last turn. Is Anti-Venom just a weird negative? I feel like it's not. I don't know. I feel like that it doesn't go in negative decks, but I feel like it's just a slightly different thing. Patriot, yeah, this is what Auto Deck Creator did. I don't think it's awful, honestly. Because we have a potential like Doom Ultron, a potential like Doom Onslaught, Blue Marvel Onslaught last turn, like some interesting lines that could create from this. Yeah, I could see this working. Like I was fully sold on it just generating garbage, but I kind of want to play this. Yeah, it doesn't really care about your card power, just the drones. Yeah, I'll play mine. But this one I'm keeping built, and I think I'll play it at some point this stream. Let's do the Anti-Venom. The first deck that I wanted to try with Anti-Venom was it was like a Wong Namora style. Cable Tech in for backup Anti-Venom. So Cable Tech in for the opponent's Anti-Venom stuff. Yeah, but I feel like Howard is probably bait. All right, next up we have Azrael. First location, Bar Sinister. We have Wong, Black Panther. Did you get the Storm Conquest variant? Not yet. I will by the end of the season. I'll play a few like Infinite Conquest runs. But now that they ruined her, I'm not sure how good it's gonna be. We could always go Nightcrawler and have them free to move around. We could go Nightcrawler here, or just maybe a Nightcrawler, right? No Howard is basically treason. A chance to play. So I think at the end, I don't know. I feel like Howard, even though it's going to give you the insight into like what you're going to draw, I don't feel like it's going to be that good. I feel like all it's going to do is maybe cause you to retreat or snap a handful of times, but I don't know. I feel like it's bait. If we stay, I think we just skip here. We do have Namora, so we could always set up for a Namora line. Like Namora, like a quadruple Namora. Can't turn down Howard though. I think we can. We can turn down Howard. We get Odin as well. Is it ever like Wong to go with a Wong? Probably. Because they're running an anti-movement, which I think they're doing specifically because people were going to be running like combo heavy decks. So I would expect like Arrow, Magneto, Cannonball, the works. So we could either go Black Panther. Then we'd be hoping for an Arnim Zola. We could go Namora. I can't believe I heard that. I'm disappointed. Yeah, me too. Me too. Like I want Howard to be good. I want him to be playable, but it's just I don't feel like it does enough for what you need it to do. Ooh, Anti-Venom on 6, huge value for us. This would be the best we could do, but double triggers this again. They could have all kinds of stuff. They could have Arrow, Magneto. Let's jump out of it, jump into a new one. The 4 cost is a real issue. Yeah. Unless it's a card that really like dominates most of the game state, 4 cost is really rough to find a home. Like Absorbing Man took him a very long time to find anywhere solid for him to go. On my first game with Anti-Venom, Danny, the real question is, did you have Howard on the board or not? If not a true win. Alex is running the same deck right now. Is he really good food? Like to the T? Crazy. Here we go. Let's watch people playing Venom decks all week. Yeah. Almost the same. Yeah, I think it's a good base or starting spot. I don't know that it's going to be great. I think it's going to be maybe a bit cope. Howard would have won. Howard would have won it for sure. He would have known what was coming up next. Fireball. So I didn't play Nightcrawler directly into Bar Sinister. Did we pull for the alliances? No, I haven't yet. I'm gonna do it after the stream, where I'll gather all the names from the Discord and then put it in there. All right, next up we have Spida. We could get a really interesting surprise Arnim Zola to throw onto a doubled power Black Panther. Alliance says 30 of 30.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
There's going to be a couple of slots. So what we have a strike system. A couple of people were bumped over the edge of that strike system this week, and so I'm gonna be cleaning it up. And good food for you. Thank you so much for the Prime sub and support. Very much appreciate having you here. For the Alliance variant, I got M'Baku. One day M'Baku is gonna be great. Day. We ever Sage here? Sage Anti-Venom? No. I think I just save it. Anti-Venom on 5? Wait, why would we do it on a 5? What, to double trigger with Wong? That would be silly. The Human Torch does get pretty big pretty fast. I am
the Sorcerer Supreme.
Honestly, even a really big Black Panther, I don't know is good enough to beat this massive Human Torch that they have. Oh, on 4? Yeah. No, we do get the Zola. You don't love to see it. To be real honest. Not what we wanted to see. I wanted to see like Black Panther and then the next card be Arnim Zola. But maybe we still get a couple of good hits. Like a free Namora could be cool. I feel like that's snap-worthy. That was like the only bad pull. Okay, that or Black Panther were the only bad pulls. Bluff snap for real? Oh no, Raptor. You're gonna make us lose. You're gonna make us lose 8 cubes. Well. We're a person of our word. I'm gonna hold the Nightcrawler. Alright, big Human Torch. Wait, Panther doubles to 0. OP? Yeah, OP. Absolutely OP. Did I move Human Torch over? If so... And the Georgie with the hydrate. You need a drink after this game. We might. We might. Why not Namora? 510, 510. Goes to 16. This would go up to 14, 16, 18. It'd be more in the right lane if we did Arnim Zola. Assuming that they move the Human Torch, but I guess there's a chance that they don't. This is probably fine. All right. I'm gonna flex the Nightcrawler on him. Not gonna know what hit him. I think they're gonna send Torch right. Right? How? Oh. So we should have known the Alliance was coming. We could have done... Yeah. It would have been like Sage Ironheart. I think Sage left would have won it. Nightcrawler 0 still didn't matter. Yeah, even if he was 2, he would have doubled up to 4. It would have just been a tie left. Next game you'll win, I'm sure of it. Alright. Maybe try a ramp deck. So I thought about a ramp deck that uses like, you know, Arnim Zola, Leader, Alliath, but the thing with ramp decks right now is that they're just not very good. They're just not in a great spot. Might need Luke Cage. Luke Cage potentially, yeah, with some potential bad hits, maybe. So ramp decks just typically can't compete with most everything else that's out there. So even though I think that'd be an okay spot for Anti-Venom, I just don't think it'd be perfect either. Let's see. Black Panther being 0 power. Let's go. Oh no, I was kidding. We were joking. We cooked, guys. We cooked. I saw someone theory craft a deck with Moon Girl Zabu to dupe the 0 that you hit. Yeah, could be good there. It just, I think if you're going like this version or like a greedy version, like we're going here, I feel like you have to build in like Luke Cage Shadow King. That's very, you're then building in like 3 pieces to a potential combo, which always feels bad. And it Luke Black Panther. we're crushing it, you guys. Absolutely crushing it. Nightcrawler, the Wong, White Tiger, Odin, Sweet Law. He's great for Mojo World. He is. All right. Wheat and Law, welcome in. Also, welcome out. Let's throw our Wong. We're throwing our Wong around, you guys. Break the game by multiplying his 0 power by 1,000,000. They're not gonna know what hit him. Be fully honest. I'm not ready for it. So he's an Arsham card? I don't know. Oh no! What is Wong? Okay. I'm gonna say what is Wong with them, but Gambit it's Nightcrawler, so we're fine. Win mid. Very low chance of, yeah. I mean, we had the Arnhem Zola target. We just flex on him a little bit. Flex that we have the Odin. I don't think they can fill this lane. I feel like Ironheart Sage is better. But I like the idea of the other one. Giggles.
Victory.
And Ironheart and Sage. The Black Panther triggering 4 times at 0 power I thought would be funnier. In a way, you win because of Anti-Venom? We did? How so? How do you imagine that? I'm just and Howard? They were scared. They didn't know what we had up our sleeve. He said, honestly, I want to see him in an Affliction deck. They're frequently having trouble fitting all their cards in. They already run Luke Cage, free Ajax, Hazmat, Debris. Could be did pretty decent volume. So Anti-Venom, any thought of putting this in a negative deck? I feel like there's strife there, like of the back and forth. Problem though is giving up turn 4 for him. Yeah. There goes White Tiger with their Debris. Deck not going well? Yeah, you're probably right. Supergiant and Anti-Venom? What would that accomplish for us? We're going to pull Anti-Venom, and we're going to pull a 0-cost Wong here. Yeah, Battle Song. I think he would fit into one decently. It just, like they have anti-synergy together. And so maybe it's one of those redundancy pieces where alongside your negative, you have that upside. Maybe. Man. They've lost almost nothing, and we've lost almost everything. Let's do Nightcrawler left so they can't cap us out there. Supergiant just for the scare value. Do get Wiccan down. Wicked good for him. No such luck, Viper. Well, that Wong came a bit late. Galactus? I think they're running a Clutter Galactus. I don't think they're running a Clutter Galactus. You gotta trust, though. No! We put our trust in the wrong person. I'm gonna switch to the Patriot deck. Well. This is why we're not gonna be top 100. we stay when we shouldn't. All right. So this was the randomly generated deck, which I thought was actually pretty cohesive. Yeah. The only time you would drop Anti-Venom is if you didn't draw negative. Anti-Venom, good in Surfer. What would be the big, like, payoffs, I guess? For giving up your turn 4 play. Well, we drew all of our high-end stuff. I missed the ads. I apologize. The ads are about to run here. Hear me out. Anti-Venom plus Galactus. I mean, just throw down Luke Cage. And then once Luke Cage is gone, your Galactus goes to 0. Could be money. Zero Squirrel Girl. Good, yeah. Could be fine, I suppose. Let's skip here. Depending on what we draw, it might be Iron Lad next turn.
It's clobbering time.
How does Anti-Venom feel? It feels like we're getting anti-cubes because of Anti-Venom. The deck is kind of interesting. Yeah. Oh. I have a free Anti-Venom coming up. He's 0 power. Problem. The Professor X is big. Not a lot we can do about it. We break the game. Anti-Venom hitting Anti-Venom, is that a problem? Anti-Venom is cooking today. I'm not sure what he's cooking. Something. All right, let's go Patriot. We can always do like Onslaught. Pretty big. Double up on the Patriot. A weird bug where Anti-Venom set my win percentage to 0. Weird. It's a super weird. I've never heard of something like that. Gonna give this an extra, so 4, 8. 8 goes up to 23 plus the 7. This goes down because we cap it out. Yeah. We're still pretty light in this left lane because we don't have any Patriot stuff. Otherwise, we could have cooked with a Mystique to copy Patriot plus an Ultron. As if they didn't have the Professor X, I think we had a shot. Could be cope, but even a free Anti-Venom couldn't save us. Nothing could save us at that point. Onslaught's left and Mystique mid. Yeah, but I don't think we would win mid off of Mystique mid. And then JJ, if you do card Anti-Venom. Agent Venom. Well, Not saying no, but it's still early to tell. Oh my gosh, we drew the bottom half, or the bottom 4 of our deck again. Ah, no, you're okay. You're okay, JJ. Well, we want to do another free Anti-Venom. Cook with it. We can also set up like an Onslaught. Wait for potential Mystique. Doom. Yeah, we could do Doom as well. If we're fighting for like priority. But since Mystique is still on the deck, I kind of like the Onslaught and wait here. We would have hit another Anti-Venom, so I'm glad we did not go Iron Lad last turn. RIP. I didn't want the Onslaught anyways. So we get a free free nothing. We could try for Mystique, but that doesn't hit anything. We could try for Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom wouldn't be useless, might be strong. How useful would Howard be in this? Iron Lad is better. The only bad hit for Iron Lad would be Mystique. That's what we're gonna draw next. Guaranteed. Never mind. Never mind. We can do Ultron Khazar to get a little bit of like a surprise on him, I guess. But it's not great. Not looking fantastic. Cool animation from Anti-Venom. Yeah, Anti-Venom does have a cool animation, that's for sure. We can win right. Yeah, doing Khazar out of curve isn't awful. It's kind of like that surprise factor. It would be like this. So this would be 3, 4, 8, 16. Ooh. If they don't bounce the werewolf and they just like stack in one lane, we lose the right. Okay. We'll take it. Take a limped in win where we can. Bad Patriot was hiding. Yeah, Patriot could have been another pretty surprising one to drop alongside Ultron on the last turn. So it gives like that little bit of extra reach that I think would be really hard to anticipate. Ooh, and we need to start snapping.
Legendary.
100% win rate. I think we lost the first one, right? With this deck? I could be wrong though. All the losses were blurring together. Valkyrie good in Anti-Venom deck. I'm gonna. It's still early, so maybe, but I'm gonna say no on Valkyrie with Anti-Venom. The reason for that is Valkyrie's not good already, and so I don't think Anti-Venom like really brings her up to where she provides that value. The only positive thing, I guess, is that it would give you a little bit more burst, but there's so many cards that Valkyrie doesn't address. Like if the opponent is running any kind of ongoing or Cosmo, or a lot of other pretty common cards right now. All right, let's go ahead and go Dazzler. If they have a White Widow, we're in trouble. Big trouble. also think we have to stack Patriot into mid in case the left becomes worse balls. We know it's just 4. Anti-Venom plus Hawk or Iron Man. Yeah, that's another idea that I have that I want to like check out or explore. Since Ultron is still in the deck, I think we go Khazar. I'm worried about the left lane and what ends up getting destroyed there. They could eventually just play something bigger than our Khazar. Double Doctor Doom is great. About Anti-Venom Hela? Why? Because you're already running Luke Cage? Maybe. Might be fine. Five, 6, 7, 8. Ugh. We lose in the left lane with the Doctor Doom. This isn't fantastic. Surprised not see any movies so far. Yeah, people may know that Anti-Venom may not be good. All right, let's try this one more time. And then I'll switch over to there's a Hawk deck that I was running that got really hurt with the rock slide change from 3 to 4. So maybe I'll try that one. It's been 30 minutes. Is Anti-Venom cracked? Lanum. If by cracked you mean falling apart, yes, very much so. It has a hidden ability that I don't think anybody knew. It's not on the card text. On reveal, lose your cubes 100% of the time. That Hawk decks wouldn't work? How come? If you hit Hawk, that's fine. Mystique, okay. Rock Slide would be okay. The one that I run also runs Iron Man for a decent hit. A free follow-up like Black Widow would be okay. How do you even improve a card like Anti-Venom? I guess just lower cost would be like the only thing I can think of. If you're sold on his ability. All right, let's go Anti-Venom here. Oh. Got an Anti-Venom on curve. Free Dazzler is not awful. It's not great either. We're gonna send the Iron Lad, and hope for the best here. So Wiccan Anti-Venom may be a thing. Now, if this was a free Ultron, we'd be in the money. Probably loses.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
And then burnt. We're getting clouded today. Our judgment is fully clouded here. Burned Rip. Thank you so much for the prime sub. The timing for sure. Oh, I almost won the left lane, but we lost the other one, so it didn't matter. 4 lives? Yeah. Which one was free? Dazzler. Dazzler was free here. Well, at least Pokemon comes out tomorrow. I'm curious what the numbers are going to look like for that one. Peace out. You said tryhards are playing Mobius and Proving Grounds? What's the point of that? Anti-Venom is cooking? Yeah, Anti-Venom, he's a card of all time. Data mine shows it comes out tonight. What, Pokemon? Yeah, I think it's tonight. It's probably pretty late because it's New Zealand morning. 8 p.m. Central. Pretty nice. I'm interested in the Bazaar. Used to watch Rainat all the time. What is the Bazaar? Or the Bazaar? Sorry. Gosh. What is the Bazaar? Snappable? Yeah, this one's definitely snappable. Yeah, might as well. A Hero Builder Asynchronous Auto Battler. Is it new? Or is it already out, I guess? Alright, Anti-Venom is going to give us a free onslaught here. Actually, almost everything is a good hit this time around. Close beta tomorrow for backers. Ooh, nice. Card Battler with draft elements. I mean, I like draft style stuff because it keeps each game or each hand feeling kind of fresh. Not out beta tomorrow. I think it'll be interesting. All right, so we're gonna hit Onslaught here, Blue Marvel here. Patriot here is not awful, I suppose. So Iron Lad, that's gonna hit Blue Marvel or Onslaught. Hopefully not Mystique. This will be hard to have a meta. Yeah, you'll have like certain cards that do better. Beautiful Blue Marvel. Looking marvelous. We have to look out for Eliath, yeah? I feel like we do a little bit of a Uno reverse on him. We play in the right lane to dodge the Eliath mid. Maybe not. Maybe we just send it left. We could go ahead and send it mid if we didn't think it was anything to worry about. Heard Binks talking about it yesterday. I looked over on the website. It looks interesting, but not sure it'll have reach. Yeah. But if it generates enough traction, it could be good. I'm all in for a draft mode. Draft mode, especially early on in my Hearthstone days, draft mode was where I spent most of my time because I had a way that I was able to, generate some additional card backs and some additional currency. That ended up allowing me to spend a lot of time in game. The clean AV hit. It's the first one we've got all night. We've got to double down here. Right now, the Ultron sending some pretty good power into mid. Should be enough. Yeah, should be enough left.
victory.
If we weren't afraid of Eliath, which we've been hit with twice already, would have been better to send it mid, of course. But 3-4 cubes. I mean, we got a free card from Anti-Venom. A couple of free cubes. The first cubes gained specifically from Anti-Venom. Yeah, you're right. This one has several potential big hits. It's just we haven't been getting lucky. Wait, Anti-Venom Absorbing Man? Get 2 free? I think if you do that, you probably lean into like the Loot Cage or at least the Shadow King stuff. You tried the new card in any other decks? Yeah. So I tried it in a Black Panther Arnim Zola deck. The first game that I drew it and was able to play it, I hit Nightcrawler. The second one, and I think maybe the third one, I hit Black Panther, and then I retired it. The Galactus still is it the $100 one, Blue? Yeah. Shadow King also works, but you'll have to drop it alongside it. So take up your turn 6 play or 2 energy from your turn 6 play. Or just get a free Shadow King. Yeah, Luke Cage should reset it. Then Hammer Time. You've been playing all day, different decks. It's one of those points in the meta that I think is actually pretty. Like, there's a couple of decks that do really well, but if they don't really align with your enjoyed playstyle, then it is a pretty grueling point in the meta game. Ooh, if we hit Onslaught, oh, we should have done left. We should have done Iron Lad left. Never mind. Well, I think he could be good in a Mr. Negative. But maybe. Pocket's still in maintenance? Yeah, should be until later tonight. Gearing up for the global release. All right, so we're gonna retire this deck for a bit. Cook or get cooked? Justin Choi, we are getting cooked right now. We went 1-3 with an Arnim Zola named Mora deck. The first Anti-Venom hit that I got was Nightcrawler. The second one and maybe the third one was Black Panther.
Escaped.
In this one, we hit Dazzler, which not great. One of the games we did hit Khazar, which was nice. We hit Patriot once, but we also used Iron Lad, which hit Anti-Venom 2 different times now. Which then is, of course, just a wasted turn because this is 0-0. Run the duck? Nah, I don't think we run the duck. I think he's good in ongoing Tribunal. But does he improve upon it? Because I thought about him in like a Tribunal deck. Does he improve upon it? Because the other cards, the Jubilee and the Iron Lad, they serve a very specific purpose of thinning through your deck to make sure that you get your combo down. Versus in this one, it's you still don't get anything extra onto the board. And so I ended up not even brewing a Tribunal deck for him for that specific reason. Give it a shot. My gut tells me he's not going to be perfect in negative. You can also use him in like a greedier version that runs like Null, Arnim Zola, but I'm not sure that that's the more consistent line either. Is Jubilee better than Lad with Anti-Venom? Probably. Probably. Not necessarily in like a Patriot version, but I think in general, yeah. Thinking he'll be interested in Ajax and Nihilus Clog. Ajax and Nihilus Clog could be interesting for sure. The perfect negative hand? Yeah, we got the perfect negative hand along with a little bit of clutter, but oh, we don't like to see that. Oh no. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I feel like incorporating Luke Cage might be good, especially with the like the Ajax stuff. Outside of that, I feel like it's too reliant on multiple combos. Like if you're not already wanting to run Luke Cage in the deck, then I don't think it's the right direction to add Luke Cage in just for the off chances that you pull into a card that you need to reset. Store manager. This seems like maybe along the lines of what you were thinking. Still kind of crazy that they tempoed out Hazmat. Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom's just not cooperating. No matter what. They'll snap? Yeah, I already snapped. I snapped. I tried. Perfect Anti-Venom hit. It's beautiful. The thing of beauty. Georgie with the hydrate reminder. I appreciate you. A Hell deck may be okay, but the hit that it took with Hell Cow, I don't feel like Hell is in a super strong spot right now. Four, 6, 8, 10. Or 5 is only 12. Six. Skip. Ooh, true. It's not the last turn. You're right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. E. We want to skip and not draw next turn? Set up like an Angela. 6-4 Anti-Venom. Yeah, bitter person. The argument, or I think the only argument that could be made is that with a negative deck, it's more of a consistency or redundancy piece. Where, and actually Ravona is probably not good in this regard. It'd probably be better for Psylocke if we had this one. That it's a redundancy piece is like the only saving grace. Where like if you hit Mr. Negative, you don't go Anti-Venom and vice versa. I guess we could have Iron Man'd last turn instead of the Angela. But honestly, I think we're fine. Becoming Goliath. It's consistent enough. Common enough. Very close with the Cyclops, right?
Victory.
Anti-Venom did it all. He held down the game for us. Oh, we already have Psylocke in the deck. Never mind. Maybe shown his string. Could have won both lanes with just Wong, Sage, and Taskmaster. Yeah, that's one of those combos that is super strong. Oh no, I'm out of. Oh no, I have one. I have one snooze. We're gonna waste our last snooze here. So next up we have Punished Bean. Oh my goodness. I feel like we have to do an Anti-Venom on one. Or a Mr. Negative on one. Which means we don't go Anti-Venom at all. Just kind of skip through the rest of the game.
Victory.
Pronounce. Ooh. Okay. I'll run them right after this Text Rex. I forgot. As soon as the game was over, I forgot entirely. All right. Next up, we have Beast Boy. First location, Crown City. We do have Mr. Negative in hand. Hard to lose whenever you have Mr. Negative. Into the Psylocke? No. Snap it. Go Psylocke left, just in case we see another like Space Throne. I don't want to be locked into that right lane. Isn't the best deck with Agent Venom, Agent Venom or Anti-Venom, not negative. I don't know. He came out like an hour ago, and so we're experimenting with a lot of different things. Two, three. Still draw. How's AV doing? Pretty poor. Pretty poor. We tried him in a like a Black Panther, like a greedy Black Panther deck, and without wanting to ruin that curve for a Luke Cage, did pretty poor there. We ran him in a Ultron Onslaught Patriot style build, and we also had Iron Lad, and Iron Lad just decimated us most of the games. Him arrow already is crazy. Acid arrow, yeah, it could have been acid arrow. I'm glad it wasn't. That AV feels like that symbiote Spider-Man Galactus combo.
Victory.
Might do well with Howard. I feel like we don't add in a bad card to make a make a potentially other bad card better. I feel like Howard is not the answer. Howard, I feel like, becomes a crutch. Like, that is... I think if there's going to be a chance of an Anti-Venom deck that does well, it has to be one that is built and curves out pretty well most of the time. And I don't think Howard is the crutch that you lean on for it. All right, we'll probably run one more of these. We're winning, but it's because of missed. Oh, we have to run ads. I have to run 1.5 minutes of ads. I don't have any more snoozes left, or I'd use it. So we're gonna run into 1.5 minutes, and then we'll be right back, you guys. And then Droopy, yeah, I did see that they changed the personal for the alliances. I think it's kind of crazy. So now there's not really an incentive for a full alliance to grind versus an individual. Both being mystery variant could have been cool. You think AV could be more viable with a lower cost and as an activate? I think potentially. That would definitely make you want to lean into the Howard play. Yeah, I think my answer still stays the same though, with oh, I don't want the web store. Huh? And then James, hey TLSG, will you be getting next week's card since you're out of resources? Yeah. I have plenty of gold. And if with the gold I don't have enough to get 4 keys or to pull it, I have the ultimate card, the credit card. Yeah, I have a lot of really cool Green Goblin ones, so I'm not as excited about that one, but it's not a bad pool. It could have been a pixel. It could have been worse. We'll gladly take it for sure. That I like it because my alliance sucks at grinding. Yeah, I think it's good for smaller alliances that don't have like full members or full contribution. But at the same time, I do kind of wish that there was some reason to like be in a full guild and push for the max contribution as you could. I don't have to dish them. Yeah, that's the nice part of it. So this deck typically won't, their deck typically won't have like an Alioth or anything to interrupt our long Mystique stage shenanigans. I think we should have an easy enough time. Mr. -1/4 instead of 3, I think is fine. We have the inverted Iron Man, inverted Taskmaster, which will top deck Anti-Venom next turn, guaranteed.
Opponent snapped.
Do we ever play out the Vibranium as well? Yeah, might as well. The next week a key for me. Hopefully Frigate is better than Anti-Venom. It's still very early. Like, it could still turn around. Like, it could just be that it's a harder,
need to change my underwear.
hard to crack. So I don't think it's awful. Depending on what we draw next turn, do we ever Jane Foster? We pull out, I guess, the 3 key cards we need. Yeah, let's go ahead and Jane Foster this turn. Next turn can be Wong Mystique into a last turn Sage Taskmaster line. I stopped judging cards on week 1. Yeah, at least the first couple of days, I typically don't judge a card because it's really tough to judge that early on. So is Iron Man Mystique going to be the better play, or is Wong Mystique Sage the better play?
Change my underwear.
I feel like it's the Iron Man Mystique, potentially. Gonna hold it at that. Turn 6? Yeah. We could do all of it on turn 7, right? No, we would need to do at least Mystique this turn. Or we would need 1 extra energy, so Psylocke. Psylocke is our answer. Wong now? I think we wait. That way we can just throw everything down in the last turn. Because we're going to need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like they're going to pull away Limbo. A destroy deck? They could. I think Rogue is strong. Nico to end turn 6. Would be devastating. But they would deserve it. This is a big Deadpool. Big Deadpool, big Null. We're gonna have to beat, we do have to beat quite a bit of power. Could they Eliath though? They could. But most destroy decks don't run Eliath. Right now, this would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, plus whatever else it goes off of, plus the double, so 16, 32, 64 as it is right now. Wait, are they ripping away mid? No. What are they What are they doing?
I am Iron Man.
Why would they not stack in mid?
I am Iron Man.
What's the doggo's name? So we have a couple in here. One is laying pretty close to me, so you can't see him. And her name is Edith. The one in the back is Clarice. And big fumble. But even if they stacked mid, I don't know. We'll take it. Anti-Venom difference. The Anti-Venom is just built different. We haven't used Anti-Venom a single time in this list. Yeah, it definitely looks like they were expecting a location change or like a quake or something. Anti-Venom win rate is through the roof. I was afraid of Shang Shadow King. Oh, gotcha, Watts. I was curious why you split that direction. I thought maybe you were expecting like a location change to rip away the Nexus. Welcome in, what? Hopefully you're having. I was definitely perplexed. I guess we also didn't really give you much to go on as far as what we were going to play in mid. Yeah, because it was a huge burst of power, so I think definitely tough to play against. So even without a Mr. Negative here, we have Anti-Venom. Doggy Cam. Yeah, we have the doggy joining us today. There's another one right here, like right down by me. Not the one in the background, but she's laying close enough to me that she can't be seen. I guess we could have Psylocked last turn to get an Anti-Venom down on 3. Most of the time, the dogs don't hang out with me upstairs, but for whatever reason, they wanted to join us today. Negasonic, okay, scary. Should try Luke Cage with Anti-Venom. I think you're probably right. So everything we hit here is good. I think we Anti-Venom right. They're big Anti-Venom fans. They were excited to see what we were going to come up with. Gladiator pulling our magic. That's fine. Magical even. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. Because this allows us to do this. It's fine. This allows us to do this right here.
Oh, snap.
We destroy the Mr. Negative, but we get to do it for free. So on 5, we get negative plus Jane. Yeah, +1 power, plus we're going to send him to the gulag here. They were excited for Anti-Venom, but after seeing his gameplay, they've been asleep ever since. And then Super Duper Tyler. Long time indeed. We've been doing well. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. But glad you could jump in and join us. We have our entire deck in our hand. I know that they say you're not supposed to do that, but... What if we did something like Iron Man? Next turn would be Wong, Mystique, Sage, Taskmaster. Since we know that they have a Shang-Chi. How's full-time Snap treating you? It's doing well. I put in a lot of time. I was able to put in a lot of time during the drops. And so I took Friday and Monday off because I was wiped out. But it gave me the freedom to be able to like front load all of those hours. I think I streamed like 56 hours during the week that they were live. Whereas before it would have been just probably half of that, if not more. Pablo said time to eat and watch TLSG's dog. Not really care about the human here. Yeah, I understand. That's understandable. It's going to be a huge Sage task. Yes. As long as they don't have like an Goliath or something that derails it, it'll be huge. And so I also wanted to take a couple of days off to make sure that I'm not going to like overdo it. I don't want to potentially like push myself into territory of like burning out. No.
I am.
Oh, that's fine. We can still do both, right? Yeah, Al as well. Who's Prio? Oh. Shadow King Shang-Chi takes us out. Had we not dropped Iron Man, we would have been fine. Yeah, we shouldn't have dropped Iron Man. Are drops still live? They're not. They ended on like the 26th? 24th. And so they typically are once a month at least. And so with the new season that gets rolled out, you know, a week from now, hopefully we get some kind of dates on when the next one would be. Negasonic, I sacrificed Mr. Negative to Negasonic. So Negasonic shouldn't be a concern. Otherwise, yeah, we would be toast. Negasonic's active? It shouldn't be Dormammu. Our Mr. Negative got destroyed from the Negasonic. Doggo is greater than human. I understand. They're actually lightly snoring. So I'm guessing they didn't sleep well last night. I'm assuming drops will come back with the new season. Yeah. We're sniping. He's sniping. How's he feeling? Negative? He's been the best card that I almost never play. So he's a card in the deck for sure. Shadow King leader. Oh yeah. Yep. Depending on how this goes mid. Fine.
Victory.
This is a big leader. I didn't have huge hopes for Anti-Venom going into the week, just because he's he feels like he's going to be very situational when he adds that value. So as far as Mr. Negative, I haven't actually gotten a good hit from him. That last game was the first time I got something that paid off, and that was I dropped Anti-Venom on 4, drew into a 0-cost negative, so I did negative plus Jane both on 5, but it's not like that big of a deal. On the YouTube side, Ditto said disgusting sniper and still lose. It's unfortunate. Except we have Venom Enjoyer. Made it to round 4 for Conquest, but Toxic Surfer just massacred my zoo. Yeah. That's probably the worst thing for me about Conquest is that like you have to run a deck that even if it's not, you either have to run a deck that you're hoping doesn't get hard countered, or a deck that you don't maybe care about as much or like playing as much, but doesn't have as like transparent of like hard counters. Zabu Fastos. Interesting. This deck works better without Venom. Sub and Nova. That's what I had before, was Nova. But I've seen a decrease in Arsham, and so I thought Anti-Venom could be like a good backup measure potentially, but still not sold on it.
All systems go.
That's why Arsham has played so much in Conquest. Yeah, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and I guess Jane Foster will pull out our 0-cost cards here. We can set up a Wong, Mystique, Sage, Taskmaster line. I think it's almost worth snapping into, but we won't. Do well enough with Surfer. Yeah, Surfer I think is pretty decent in all matchups in general. That is a lot of Fastos. The problem with Fastos is that a lot of times that's probably the most Fastos triggers I've ever seen in my life. Oof. We have priority. So 2, 4, 6. Well, that's not huge. I think they might be a Fastos enjoyer. Yeah, you might be right. The only bad thing is I wish we didn't have priority. We fall to a Shadow King. We fall to probably Shang-Chi. Scar? Could be a Scar deck. But doing, I don't know. I feel like
Victory.
the leaning onto Fastos for the power bonus would be super inconsistent. Enchantress. Enchantress may not be awful because once we get Wong to proc here and here, I don't think it's really that big of an issue. The only problem would be mid, I guess. I just got on and this is the play you're doing. We're having a lot of luck with this deck, but not because of Anti-Venom. My current. I feel like maybe we've dropped like one game. Yeah. I think one trigger of Fastos could be okay to try and bump up like a Gladiator to 10 or some other 8 power up to 10. But I feel like going that heavy on Fastos is just a wow. So right now we're 6-0 with this deck, and Anti-Venom has served probably that O of value for us. You use the free weekly draw? Yeah, most of the time. Sometimes I forget about it, I'll be honest. But most of the time I do use it. The last 2 weeks I've gotten 100 credits out of it, which I thought was kind of crazy. The best part about Anti-Venom in this deck is that it's sitting in the bottom, increasing your odds of getting Mr. Negative. Very true. So Magic, Jubilee, Tribunal. Like a huge whatever plus Sage, but we want it to be a different cost than 2. Or different power output than 2. If at all possible. Big Claw. Time to go, as in leave? I don't think we leave. I mean, maybe we should. I don't think we do. They're not able to stack like a Iron Man Onslaught very easily, or like an Iron Man Onslaught. So really, realistically, the max that they're probably going to get is about 40 to 50 per lane. And I think with a quadruple trigger of Sage plus the Taskmaster, I think we beat that. We just give them deep space. Now that we know that Living Tribunal is down, we don't even try and fight for it.
Behold my mighty hand.
I believe.
I am.
Those are the most negative cards I've ever seen. Mr. Positive? Yeah, we got Mr. Positive in the house. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 triggers 4 times, so like 40 power. Plus could be a little bit more depending on what they place here. And then the big Taskmaster. Now, if for some reason they have an Goliath, we're out of it. But I think this is what we gotta lean into and try. And Dormammu, you said, I don't think I've seen an Enchantress in so long. She's not in the meta or close to it. Yeah. Retreat 100%? You think so, Pablo? I think we're fine. An Iron Man left. They could do Iron Man left. Maybe a Mystique mid.
I am.
But I don't think it goes above like 50-ish power in each lane. Oh, them, not you. Gotcha.
I am Iron Man.
Huge. And the Sage didn't get any extra value from the Mystique, but that's fine.
Victory.
They should have, but math is hard. Yeah. Especially when running a Living Tribunal deck. Sometimes you just send it. Just send it in. And Anti-Venom cooking. Anti-Venom is cooking at the bottom of our deck. The last like 6 releases that we've seen, the card always seems to like hang out at the bottom of our deck. So lean in and use that. Anti-Venom has the old Chavez. It's typically only feels like that for like the first maybe half a day or so, but it feels like it hangs out at the bottom of the deck more often than not for my new card releases lately. Next up, we have Steely Thunder. We have the Psylocke into negative into Venom. Worst case would be into Wong, which never mind. We're not going to do any of those. But I guess we just magic instead. Nexus is pretty cool. Unless they have an Eliath, in which case it's not cool at all. Who would go in for Anti-Venom as a card replacement? Cassandra Nova. Cassandra Nova is in the like the more tried and true version of this build. She does phenomenally. 3 keys to get AV. Benjamin. I have a worse one for you. So on Friday, I gathered up. I better hurry. I only have 50 seconds. On Friday, I gathered up 6,000 tokens. I bought the last card in my collection, being Cole Obsidian, the last card I was missing. And this week, not only did it take me 4 cubes, or 4 keys, goodness, I can't talk. Not only did it take me 4 keys to pull the card, but I also, the random card that I pulled was Cole Obsidian. So, just got a huge slap in the face. The deck is great whenever the meta doesn't have. Yeah, Eliath, Cosmo, Junk are all real brutal. Yeah, it was the biggest slap in the face I could have imagined. So the Viper, they get a free. It's either a free Viper or free Jubilee, one of the two. Their Sentry's now gone. Super unfortunate for them. And I apologize. I ran out of snoozes. And so I need to build a couple back up. I don't know if I hydrated from Akshay. I really like the Misery variant, but I just don't care for the card. Four, 5, 6, 7. So we could go Iron Man. Next turn would be Wong, Mystique, Sage. You pulled Cole, Chris. So I spent I spent tokens on Cole Obsidian on Friday. Maybe cover right. Oh, so that they can't do like an Annihilus? Probably. But I think we overpower them with this anyways. We're gonna have an Annihilus? Yeah, that's fine. We don't need the right lane. You Cersei.
I am Iron Man.
Escaped.
We're having we're having all the good luck. All a part of the plan. Whew. Got cooked. That Cersei slapped. She did slap. She slapped a little bit harder than I would have liked.
Epic.
Thing that makes me want to buy Cersei. It's very inconsistent. So for every one of those, you're also gonna get like the worst possible 5 cost that does you no good. Who do I pay to get good Cersei hits like this? I don't know. If you find out, let me know. I'm gonna send them some money. Hey TLSG, how's it going? Snap is going well. The new card maybe isn't the best one, but we're still enjoying testing it out. I think we probably pivot off of this deck. Like, I know that this deck does well. We may pivot off of it and try something else. The YouTube side, Brandon said the RNG gods. We're on their side, not ours. Theirs. Have you tried Hawk? I was thinking of a potential like Hawk Iron Man deck, but I haven't actually like set it up and tried it yet though. Who won the last game? Not me. So they did a Cersei, and it transformed into a Professor X and locked us out of the rest of the Nexus location. And so we definitely lost that one. Steely Thunder. It was all planned. It was all planned. You knew exactly what you were doing. I can't even be mad about it. And then Rice Burner with the 4-minute timeout. See you in a minute. We're running the most consistent Mr. Negative on turn 3 or 4 deck ever. Yes. This one does hit pretty solid. The Misery on Sentry felt like a backbreaker. Yes, and then whenever you came back into it with flip side of that, it was so big. Huge. No free Taskmaster, so 6, 7, 8, 9. We would need to do something like this to get both Sage, Taskmaster down. Not that it would be perfect. Should have Silver Surfer. They can always do Surfer Absorbing Man last turn, which is big for him. I don't know if we even beat this. 2, 4, 6. We can give it a shot though. It's only 1 extra cube.
The throne.
Order? Wait. Did I do... Oh, no. Did I do the wrong order? Pablo. Please tell me I didn't do the wrong order. Sage before. I wanted Sage after, because maybe we hit Psylocke, so it goes up to 4, so we get an extra trigger of Sage. Is why I dropped the Ironheart first. You scared me. Scared me. I thought I did Taskmaster after the Ironheart. So I wanted Sage first. We had 2 2s and a 0. And I wanted to be able to like potentially bump one past up. Or past. What if your Ironheart hits S-A-H-E? Then Mohammed, welcome in. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream. The Anti-Venom in this deck is to give you an alternate line to be able to get like a Sage, Wong, Taskmaster down last turn. That's why you stream and I cried and recorded. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I was just trying to figure out why it was a bad order, but yeah, Anti-Venom is just here for the old Chavez style of support. We're 8-1. I feel like Anti-Venom has, you know, something to do with that. It could be the one, but could also be the probably the one. Why would you use why would you add Anti-Venom and not use it? Because it's a secondary turn 4 play. That could end up giving you the avenue to get your big combo plays off. You said AV is the one for sure. Yeah, probably. You're probably right. But we're gonna cope a little bit longer. Yeah, this hand is not looking great. I just got Shang-Chi, Killmonger, and Shadow King all on turn 6. That is the state of the game, unfortunately. Our only hope here would be to get Psylocke as a top deck here. That's not Psylocke. Because otherwise we could have done this plus Psylocke, which would have given us enough energy, 6, 7, 8, 9, to do both of these on last turn, but as it is, our only shot would be like Sage somewhere, Ironheart, trigger a million times in the left. But I don't think it's going to be great. I'm about to make the whole deck free. I mean, not wrong. This one's gonna be a retreat. This is the best we could do. And 4 triggers of this would end up being 8, 16 extra here. It's just not. So Mr. Negative left. I mean, we'll send a message for sure. Are we enjoying Anti-Venom? Anti-Venom, I feel like this is not the ultimate home. I feel like negative decks aren't going to be the ultimate home for him. But the problem is most everything else that is being tried is also not the best home for him either. So most of them are doing pretty poorly at the moment. So as we experiment with a few different things, in negative he acts as like a redundancy piece or like a counter piece. Can we switch into Hawk? We'll switch to Hawk here in just a minute. I gotta pad Anti-Venom stats a little bit more. Because everything else is pretty bad.
Opponent snapped.
Anti-Venom on 4. It's gonna save us. Does anyone else has anyone had experience running AV with Howard? So looking at the stats that are available on Untapped, it does feel like it's pretty light. Like I think the one deck that I think the one deck that I've seen had like a 40% win rate. We just retreat now, right? First Mobius appearance? Yeah. Yeah, with a Pixie deck, we should have known that it was likely to happen. Let's see what we would have hit. Ooh, they got Wiccan down too. We would have got the big Ravona. They didn't have a shot.
Escaped.
All right, next up we have Purslane. So who's excited for Frigga? we're immediately moving on. Let's get cooked. Yeah,
Hey, I found a rook.
that's the direction that's going. Do you think Anti-Venom is worth getting? So most weeks, this is one of the most interesting things that I've noticed with doing the full time and streaming when a new card comes out is that question gets asked a lot, and usually it's really tough to know within like the first hour or so. But this week I have like a pretty strong emphasis and answer towards no. At least with what I've seen brewed and what I was able to brew, probably not worth it. Maybe at some point it changes or improves, but right now is just not it. All right, let's go Anti-Venom mid. But I have a lot of rocks, so we're looking at an inverted for a free rock. It'd be money. Never gonna expect the rock. Never. It's the Rock of Doom. How's the career change going? I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the freedom to be able to like focus on what I feel like I need to focus on. Do Iron Man. We do Sage left. They could have a Juggernaut, and if they have a Juggernaut, we're cooked. Otherwise, throw like Rock Ironheart. It's the Rock of Doom. It's the Rock difference, you guys. You have to believe. Why no Zola? In this deck, we don't really need Zola.
I am Iron Man.
Raptor just wanted to take the time to thank you for sacrificing your keys so we don't have to. Absolutely.
I am Iron Man.
Absolutely my pleasure. I'm here for the cooks. Wait. Okay, yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
Victory.
I like to think that's because of the rock difference. It's a big 5-power rock. Yeah, you're right. I didn't realize how the dog was laying to get that itch. He was definitely getting in there.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
Juando. Thank you so much for the Prime sub and the support. That I know that it says 6 for the day, but we're a little bit higher than that with some of the like resubs and things like that. Dwayne the Rock Johnson carried that one. He did for sure. Come over here. go. You need to go rub that belly? We do. Now that she's awake and not napping anymore. AV Quantum Realm synergy. Okay. Would be value. How old are the dogs? They're around 6 years. We don't quite know how old Clarice was because she was a rescue. The other ones were, we picked them up. They were free, but they were from a litter that the owner couldn't care for anymore. Wait, I needed to play a card last turn. What are we doing?
Get out of here.
I mean, Mr. Negative over here last turn could be good. Wish I got that death variant. Yeah, the death variant looks pretty good. The color of your shirt fits your vibe. For whatever reason, my closet is very dark. But every once in a while, I have a splash of color. We're going to go Anti-Venom and hope that it does not hit Mr. Negative. What did they discard whenever they first discard? Taskmaster.
Gotta run, hun.
So if it's a Hella deck, we're good in Bar. Ooh, a free Mystique? Gladly take it. I guess it doesn't really help us that much, does it? Unless we're just really sold on being able to win game off of these two. We can do Wong, Mystique, throw in like a Sage Ironheart last turn. The only problem with Quantum Realm, I think, is that it's going to set our Sage, our card's power, where it doesn't necessarily need to be. Only sets base power. It's true. No!
The future.
Spoiled. Don't think it's gonna happen now. I think we needed the double trigger for sure. We lost by 8. Oh, we won. Take it. We'll take it. They said Anti-Venom was useless. We lost by 8. Yeah, lost by 8. We won by 12. No. I was calculating mid. So 5, 6, 7, 8. We lost mid by 8. I forgot to specify that I was looking at mid. And then we won left by 12. Thanks, AV, for once. I mean, he did a solid job there. Can't be mad at him for a solid job. I feel like we grabbed this other one-cost one, but we're not running a deck that runs one costs. So maybe we try out like a Hawk deck here in a minute. How's AV holding up so far? Well, he's managing. He's doing what he can. We've been running him in a negative deck. The deck itself is doing phenomenally. We're 10-3 with it. AV is kind of just like I think a redundancy piece primarily. So, like, if we don't draw negative, an Anti-Venom on 4 or 3 would be kind of nice. AV will save you keys. Could save you some keys. a good location. We get Anti-Venom on 3. And you guys said that it was impossible, that he had no value. Here we are. We may not even have to magic this game. We may hit... I don't know. I don't know what we would hit. But it may be exactly what we needed. That allows us to go into a pretty big turn 4 play. Free Taskmaster? We could potentially get a free Taskmaster. Yeah, we're going against Arisham. So always tough to tell what range of cards you're going to see there. Okay, not what we wanted to see, but let's go ahead and do some. We'll do some magic. I think we need to. The best hit. The hit. No. I mean, I guess we still go to turn 6, but Iron Man's not awful. Like an Iron Man, right? Throw Jane Foster just to let them know we mean business. AV's cooking. AV's doing something.
Avengers!
Assemble.
All right, what'd they lose with Calling Wing?
Iron Man.
Jane first, then Iron Man. No, I can't do that. This would be the best bet. 2, 4, 6, 8, and I don't think it does it. Oh, he lost Enchantress? No. I still think we lose, to be entirely fair, but... Oh, no, yeah, we definitely lost. The big hawk. Big hawk they have there. Would we have maybe one mid? How's Anti-Venom? He's a card. So far he feels pretty inconsistent in a lot of different ways that we build him. So like Mr. Negative, a lot of times it feels pretty bad. You could try to build him in a deck that already wants to run Luke Cage, but a lot of times those don't have like really big payoffs for him. You could run him with Shadow King, but having both of those hit feels like it is a pretty tough thing. We're going to run to a couple of minutes of ads real fast, and then I'm going to run to the restroom, and we'll cook up a new deck. as consistent as Venom is, Anti-Venom isn't. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, maybe that changes at some point, but as of right now, it's what it is. So as far as like a Wiccan deck, this one probably wouldn't be awful. Like a backup line for Wiccan, or could potentially cheat out like an Ajax with a Hazmat last turn when they're not expecting it. Then for Hawk, I was thinking in line of like the Bully Hawk stuff that I was running before. Grab the list that I used. Oh, I had before. All right. So instead of this, the stats on AV on Untapped are down the drain. Yeah, they are. They are for sure. We would want to cut one of the cards or AV. Usually hit like Hawk, Iron Man, Cassandra. I guess.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
Cut AV for the other AV. That feels bad. And then Tasty LXD. Thank you so much for the Prime sub and support. Hopefully you're having a great one so far. Let's try this one. No. Let's try the anti-Ajax one for a bit. Because that one, the store manager, I don't know if they're still here. Do you have a Discord? I do. So it's ! Discord. The store manager was in here earlier and said that they were thinking along the lines of like a Ajax Anti-Venom, and I think that's kind of a cool idea. We get 1, 2. We should be able to get Wiccan down to get the extra energy going into turn 3, which will be nice. What about putting it into a deck with Agent Venom? We both want cards with low power. Yeah, but then you get Agent Venom on 2. You do Anti-Venom on 4. It feels like you're kind of stabbing yourself in the back a little bit. So depending on what we draw here,
Assemble.
there's a chance that we don't get Wiccan down. Luke Cage, Red Guardian, Weird World could help us. Art, never mind. Never mind. Neither of those are what we needed. The only way that we still get this done is something like this, which that's not great since it's an Arsham deck. They could have Blob. You probably up the stats of Anti-Venom on Untapped with the Mr. Negative deck. Yeah, maybe. Well, I guess we're gonna sacrifice the Wiccan into a destroyer. Galactus. That was good. Red Hulk. I don't know if even if we get an Infinite, I don't think. I was just joking about the destroyer. I feel like I always pull destroyer from Black Vortex. I feel like it is a canon event at this point. We can Magneto to pull Captain America away. We could do Red Guardian. Something like this. We have to try to use all of our energy. Spoke it into existence. I did. They did steal our Ajax. Unfortunate. Austin said I always pull Ultron. Yeah, that's another bad one. Goliath wouldn't be bad, would it? Even if we don't use all of our energy here, they have to play something else here. They're only going to scale by 3. Ah, we'll give it a shot. I think we lost our shot.
Power must be controlled.
She's big. Yeah, our grapple arrow is not going to hold up here. Almost held up. I had a Black Vortex game this morning. We both hit leader. By a mere 7? Yeah, by a mere 7 power, unfortunately. They definitely got the... Had Destroyer not hit, I think we had an extra 3. But our board space would have been an issue. I don't know. Red Hulk work instead of Magneto? If you're looking for just like a big body, yeah. Be fine. Magneto, a lot of times with Wiccan, gives you some kind of flexibility in like dispositioning their power a bit. No Wiccan. Maybe we can Anti-Venom on 4. Would be nice. I'm going to try to snipe out the Jeff before it moves. I guess we could have sniped out the so a Luke Cage, a Jeff, they're probably running... I would imagine that they're running an Namora deck. Maybe a Namora deck that runs Anti-Venom. I like Anti-Venom's animation a lot, but that's about it. Everything else has felt really, really inconsistent. So not only do you have to draw him, he's also kind of like an activate card that he's dead on the last turn of the game. Other than decent base power, but you're never doing a 4/7 as just raw power on the last turn. You're anti-Venom? We might be anti-Venom. I haven't made a full conclusion as of yet. But as of right now, is there a cap to the amount of credits you can hold? I want to say it's 10,000.
Escaped.
You got him? We actually had to use 4 keys. And until Friday, I was missing 1 card from Collection Complete. And that 1 card was Cole Obsidian. I used my 6,000 collector tokens on Friday to pull out Cole Obsidian. And not only did we use 4 keys, the 1,000 collector token key was Cole Obsidian. Got him? Yeah. Okay, you were here for the Cole Obsidian pull? Yeah, it was super unfortunate. We did end up getting him. So far, he's very lackluster. Akshay, you said you played this one? This Anti-Venom style deck? Better fit in a negative deck? So I actually, the only deck I've had positive stats with him in was a negative deck. But he very rarely did anything. Most of the time he was just a dead card. Scott said, time me out. Ask and you shall receive, Scotta. Alright, let's do Kate Bishop. 7 power on the board. Yeah. He serves as in a Mr. Negative deck. It's like he serves as a consistency piece, but he's definitely the worst of the consistency pieces there.
Snap.
So as far as like, if you get Mr. Negative, you'd never want to drop Anti-Venom. That's what his role might be. Just a dead card. Yeah. How are you enjoying Anti-Venom? Worth the keys? So a lot of times that's a really tough question to answer. This week it's pretty straightforward. No, I don't think he's worth the keys. At least not at this point in time. I don't think it's worth it. Let's do an Anti-Venom into Kunlun. Next turn might be Man-Thing plus like Acid Arrow somewhere. Just depends. But we trust that we're gonna pull Magneto, Big Goliath. It becomes your turn 6 play. Depends on what version of negative you're playing, I suppose. 0 power Ajax. Awful. Not the worst. Could be worse. What if you had Anti-Venom into Krakoa? I think the top card would have been 7 power. I think. Yeah, one of the brew ideas was a ramp deck, but ramp decks right now just don't hold up well enough in like the current meta game. 0-7, yeah, I believe so. Just ramp decks typically don't hold up well enough in the current meta. Oh no, what, the Mobius in a Scream deck? Come on, don't be mean. I wasn't being mean to you. I wasn't being that mean to you. We should have dropped the Ajax. This is probably not our play, right? Do they ever do a cannonball? Sure, cards out. We can do Wiccan Hazmat. You like that? Yeah. That's what we're gonna try. I don't know if it wins it for us. The Mobius was super unfortunate for our Ajax line, but so Stegron slapping to the right. That's huge. We'll take the free. We'll take the free +4 in the right lane. I don't think we even had to play last turn.
Victory.
Take it. We'll take the 4 cubes. The Mobius is super rude though. It was. I think it disrupted their like curve or play line enough that they couldn't recover. But I was not expecting the Mobius, and it was super rude. JR, you said I've already decided to skip on him. I'm not a negative player. Yeah, I can see that. Next up, we have Golden Fowl. Lake Hellas is a good start. They were cooking themselves. They were cooking themselves. Sad how no one playing Cable or Mirage. So I mean, Mirage might be okay. Cable could be okay. But I feel like those techs would come about if he was strong enough. I don't think he is. That Wiccan super good with Psylocke? Wiccan can be. Where it can't be at the same time. If they have Dracula, they backfill kill and we're in trouble. Thief Archetypes, Leader, Mirage. I enjoy a good Leader, Mirage style of deck. It's just not super consistent. Wolverine? What collection level are we thinking? Wolverine in a discard deck? I'm gonna say 3,000. 3,000. Wrong. Is Supergiant from Spotlight's good? Supergiant has its moments. So there's some times where Supergiant is really good. Other times where Supergiant just can't keep pace because you're losing a lot of tempo from playing it on 4. And so it's kind of a toss-up. We also lose left. This goes down by 3. So it goes down to 7 once we drop a hazmat and we keep the same. Beautiful. You ever snap this?
Snap.
We can keep making. We can make sure that we don't have priority going to the last turn if we play left. Ooh, I forgot about Scorn. Scorn buffing up mid is a problem. Is a problem. Never mind. Well, snap was a bit hasty. Now it goes down to 9. Not what we need. We also can't Magneto any of their cards.
Opponent
Also not.
snapped.
Their 2000 collection, they have both Scorn and Corvus, which is pretty impressive. This would be our only play, and I don't think it ever wins. So we're going to retreat out for the 2.
Escaped.
Ghost Spider is one of those cards that, like in the decks that she's good in, she is irreplaceable. So like any kind of movement shell, there's some sneaky stuff that you can do with Ghost Spider as well. I'd say if you have like, even if it's just like Madam Web that you have, I would say that Ghost Spider is definitely worth picking up. When Quicksilver makes the cut, but Howard doesn't. Yeah. Unfortunate. You bought Madam Web? In that case, yeah. In that case, Ghost Spider is a very good card to have in that like shell. I don't think we hamstring ourselves for the potential Wiccan, do we? I don't even have it in hand. Yeah, we're going to. Never? Oh, it's Roram? That's true. You have space in the Alliance? Recedo. So we have a couple of spaces. I'm going to be drawing for those spaces later on tonight. And so there's a message in the Discord. If you react to it, I'm going to grab the list of names from there. Kind of excited for Surtur week next week. Wait, is Surtur next week? I didn't realize it was next week. Nice. So we can play here, but we can't get the owner reveal from it. We can play here. Oh, I didn't realize it was a season pass card. Raptor. No. You won't have to be in chat. You just react to the message. Because I'm going to do it off stream or after stream. New season next week? Yeah, we're excited about the new season. We don't have priority, or else the Magneto could be potentially good. Red Guardian Copycat are pretty good. Pretty good pools. Absolute travesty that guy has a name like that. He streams. It's Roram. I'm sure he has some pixels. I didn't realize it was him for a very long time.
Minions to me.
Ah, huge. Okay. I was very worried.
Victory.
But it is time for a quick set of ads real fast. We're gonna jump over into them. I don't have any snoozes left. We're gonna jump over into a minute and a half, and we'll be right back, you guys. Don't really care for any of these. We're subscribing, then no ads. Very true, Schwaks. Welcome in, by the way. Hopefully you're having a great one so far. It's maybe the highest I ever get in the season pass this season. Once we get the last one, I think we'll get to like maybe 110-ish. Is that Eliath? Loki season 2 episode 4? It is. Scary thing. Not as scary as it used to be, where it just deleted everything in existence. But nonetheless. Been lurking from the gym, but just got home. Hopefully you had a good workout.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, I'm not seeing really anything like promising for Anti-Venom. Even looking at Untapped, I'll pull it up after this. But even looking at Untapped is pretty disheartening.
Hey man,
Double the free rock action Raptor is always good. I just got home from the gym. I always love to see my man TLSG online. Anthony, welcome in. I like the addition of the pupper. A lot of times she just doesn't like hanging out with me. But for whatever reason, I guess she was tired today. They on the Hawk Phoenix Force stuff? Yeah. Yeah. Rock number 1. We probably get a hit with the Black Widow here, right? Probably Black Widow. Fill up the rest of our hand. Which card has had as bad a release as AV? It's tough. I don't know. Would Maria Hill be a good replacement? You could do Maria. Could probably do Maria Hill and it'd be okay. Helps you with your curve. Meek Fury. Nimrod was kind of in a tough spot. Yeah, I thought she'd hang out with me like much more often. Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider felt absolutely useless. Unfortunately useless. I feel like they're gonna hit us with an Absorbing Man. Or Misery, yeah, Absorbing Man or Misery. Either one. So I don't think we even play the Widow's Bites. The Nimrod gotta be worse than Lady Deathstrike was like unusable as well. Like that was I think the first new card release that I did not do a spotlight video. Like everything that I tried, everything that I saw that was potentially running. 4-3 Shadow King. 4-3 Shadow King was another bad one, Binks. And welcome in. Welcome to the Anti-Venom show. For whatever that might value that might be. But 4-3 Shadow King was bad. Lady Deathstrike was the one that stands out for me though. I'm pro Venom. You're pro Venom in what? You run away.
Escaped.
And we're gonna give you a shout out, Binks. And then Danny, why are you guys talking so bad about Anti-Venom? He's very inconsistent. I think it's gonna be like similar to Cersei in that sometimes it's really a really cool payoff. A lot of the time it's just gonna be a 4/7. Cersei is fun though. Yeah. I don't think there's any issue with a card being like not broken. I just don't think I don't think Anti-Venom is in a very strong spot right now. And then Anthony, who in their right mind would want their next card to draw to have 0 power? Someone that was maybe looking for like an Iron Man, then you get a free Iron Man. Or if you have Luke Cage down, then it doesn't actually offset your draw. I don't think I've drawn Anti-Venom since we switched to this deck, though. You said Cersei is fun, unlike Anti-Venom. Gotcha. Apparently 2/2 Shadow King was bad since they buffed him. I mean, 2/2 Shadow King, to be real, was unplayable. Absolutely not the most broken tech card. Unplayable. But at 2/3, he gained some traction. I'm ready to see Agent Venom fall off. He's one of those cards that is just, like, consistent enough that it's just, I don't know. Like the meta game that he creates, I don't find that desirable or that fun to interact with. These are certainly some locations. Running Quicksilver and mad you can't draw cards. I mean, fair. Very fair. Red Guardian for Wiccan.
Oh, snap.
Running Quicksilver, but not Howard. I feel like you don't. For the entire 5 Howard enjoyers out there, I apologize. Close your ears. Mute the stream. Something. I feel like you don't add a bad card into a deck to try and make a card that is already doing bad better. Now the worst part of Anti-Venom is that they release 2 different cards a month. People calling AV. Yeah.
Victory.
Carney, how's the new Anti-Venom? He is probably the best card we've had release this week. I can say that with almost certainty that he is the best card we've had released this week. The Clog Specialist, I do enjoy Clog, but not whenever it's super common. These, I don't like really any of these. With what we're currently running. Don't worry, it'll happen 9 billion more times. Yeah, the AV, they're so very similar in name that I've mixed them up so many times. And Raptor said, who said Howard is bad? Let me at him. I did. I said it. I'll own up to it. I think Howard is, for the most part, a bad card. Because most of the time, the benefit that he gives you is just solved with having a better curve or having a better like deck design. And so most of the time, he doesn't really serve you much. Unfollowed. No. All right. Well, nice having you here. I don't like the direction this has gone, but I do understand it. You had to do what you had to do. The disrespect on the duck. Yeah, we're a monster for sure. you let me into your alliance, I'll consider refollowing. Look at that big dog. Yeah, that one's Clarice back there. She's the sleepy pup today. I feel like we're probably gonna lose Kiln, but the only upside is that we could pull like a Typhoid Mary. We could pull Crossbones, Call Obsidian, whatever else they throw into Kiln. Not Howard the Goat. No, TLSG was so heartless. I mean, someone did say that I had deep-seated issues because I like playing such toxic decks. So that probably should have been our first clue, I think. I don't know from there. Played 2 energy on 3. Is an AV better? We played 2 energy on 3? We sure did. I thought... I meant to...
We are the future.
Yes, AV would have been better. Very much so, AV on 3 would have been better. We have the big red Guardian. It's not going to do us much good. You can also throw Ajax mid. Turn off the man thing. Unless they have like a Shang-Chi, which I doubt. I kind of doubt they have it. Since they have the Sarah, man thing, Ajax, I'm thinking more likely is like a hazmat. I think I like this better. Ooh, so far we can snipe out the loot cage. I don't know if it wins, but we can snipe it out. Ah, no, we hit the hazmat. Unfortunate. Without the loot cage, we could have taken that one. Throwing the Ajax mid would have brought us up to 30. We wouldn't have won mid either, because of their last turn loot cage. What deck should I take into Conquest? That depends on what you're enjoying right now. There's a few things that are doing well. If you have all of the pieces of movement, there's Madam Web, Cosmo, Eliath, Heimdall. Still a very solid deck. We have Beast Bounce, like Beast Toxic Bounce, also in a pretty good spot. And then all of the Anti-Venom stuff is pretty good. And there's a couple of, or not Anti-Venom. Oh, I apologize. Agent Venom. All of the Agent Venom stuff is still pretty good right now. There's a couple of like Gwynpool Agent Venom counter style stuff that you could do if you're wanting to like try to be able to match into multiple deck archetypes pretty well. Let's get an AV mix-up count. Yeah. So we have Dexter. Ready to drop a few cubes to Dexter for sure. Anti-Venom won that game, just saying. He tried in his very best to win that game, but he just could not succeed. All right, I don't think we sacrificed the hazmat this game. I think we're gonna hold it here. Enjoying playing Lockjaw Discard. Lockjaw Discard is something that I haven't seen in a very long time. Is it running well for you? If I get Anti-Venom, I have like 13 keys. A lot of cards, it's very difficult to say that this early on, because a lot of things could change, and a lot of things could change. Like Wiccan day one, I would have said absolutely not, but over time, he found himself to be in a pretty good, stable meta position. As of right now, though, Anti-Venom would be a no. Free Shadow King. Quicken man thing. Do this, get extra energy since we don't have the Wiccan line. Hope for the best. I'm 14 and 3 with a Scar Anti-Venom deck. Whoa, what a play. That Cersei did not pan out for him. We have priority, so we could. I always kind of like the chuckle of like a good Magneto to pull a Lockjaw away. I don't think that's what we do here. I think like an Ajax Hazmat is probably a better line. But I kind of like the chaos that comes with a Magneto pull. Pull the Lockjaw, please. Lockjaw, please. Huge. All right, we're going to the casino. Buy Wong. The Wong card to play. Ooh, Surfer. Wong's back in action. Oh no, and then the Cersei. Rip. He should have done like the Ajax or the Eliath. Would have been fine. This one was more fun, but we absolutely got roasted here. The Cersei made up for the fail in the left lane with a big evolution in mid. That was the more fun of the lines. But it did not pay off for us. Cersei cooking today? Cersei's cooking for sure. And then PT Pat, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the support.
Hey, welcome.
Very much appreciate having you here. Hopefully you're having a great one. And then Marty said, came from Dexter's stream, we got cooked. I had a line that I think would have won instead. We had the Eliath that we could have dropped. But I thought the Magneto was the more fun of the two. I definitely got cooked. Dexter's Cersei did the cooking though. And then Alejandro, how's everything going? Everything is going well so far, Alejandro. So with this deck, we're not getting a lot of luck on getting the activation of Wiccan. Just because typically 2 of our 3 2 costs are pretty bad to drop on turn 2.
Opponent snapped.
I think we always lose this one. We didn't develop early enough. I'm gonna shoot out of it.
Escaped.
What about Anti-Venom Galactus? I mean, you could. The issue becomes you will probably have Luke Cage built into it, and so you could potentially get Galactus to go off. But as soon as it goes off, it's going to destroy your Luke Cage, and it goes back to 0. Yeah, so I don't know. I'd say no. Anti-Venom worth it if I don't have Supergiant. Supergiant is very situational. There's some times in the meta where she can be pretty strong. A lot of times where she's just not poised very well. So Supergiant is one of my lesser used cards. So off of that alone, I'd say probably not. But if you've seen Supergiant gameplay and it feels intriguing or interesting to you, Might be worth it to check it out. Will you use the collector's vault? No. No, it doesn't matter what variant's gonna pop up there. I typically don't spend gold on the regular variants, let alone the marked up versions. Then Vel, you hit infinite with mill. Congratulations. It's harder to do that now than it used to be. Now that Doc Ock isn't absolutely crazy. So big accomplishment. Congratulations, Val. Yeah, there's definitely some really good potential variants in there. It's just I can't justify spending that much gold on them. When that amount of gold could get me almost, or a good progress towards at least a key. Hard for me to pass that up. I'm missing 5 cards, Supergiant being one of them, have 30,000 tokens, will not get her. Yeah, she's one of those that she has some situational value, but a lot of times it's just kind of like for me, I her gameplay feels very reliant on that surprise element. And I think whenever she's strong, she's not really a big surprise. Wow, interesting, Namora. Triskelion Namora? Yeah, Triskelion Namora. They also have Black Swan, which is problematic. I think they probably win this one. They're probably in a better spot than we are here. Emperor Hulkling, Hydra Bob, SG. Oh, those are the ones you're missing. Gotcha. Yeah, Hydra Bob is definitely playable. Yeah. An Eliath Wright, I think, could have done it. Dodge the Hit Monkey. I got a 6 Phoenix Force Black Panther in the vault. Yeah. The gold... I think the only way I would end up engaging with the vault is if the ones that came back, or if the ones that were featured were like, even if they were normally in the shop, but here they were like 60% discounts, I would probably splurge and spend on those. Just because it's one of those, kind of like the Steam library or Steam games, where I have probably 100 unplayed games, but it was $3. Like, it was $3, and so I bought it on the off chance that I want to play it later, because it was on like the summer sale. So I think to get me to engage in it, it needs to feel like it's a bargain. Versus those, it feels like more along the lines of like the exclusivity thing, where like you're buying it because it's not. It's like a collector thing, because it's not available. It has more value, and you'd be willing to pay more. But I typically don't do the collector stuff. What if you cut Eliath and Magneto to add Domino? You could add Domino, but from what I've seen with Wiccan decks, running the 1 and 2, typically it's one or the other, because your deck will curve out enough. Like, I think in this one, the fundamental flaw is that most of our 2 costs we don't want to play. I think it's just the way that we have it built. We'd probably need to like drop Shadow King or maybe something else, or just assume that we're going to always tank the turn 2 drop, whatever it is. Maria Hill is also good, yeah. Sometimes I see Maria Hill alongside the Quicksilver. the better turn 1 drop for sure. Tempoing Shadow King feels bad. Yeah, so does tempoing Hazmat though.
I am Apocalypse.
I like the Thena package. Yeah, but I didn't think Thena would work well with the Anti-Venom stuff. But it turns out not seeing I think I've seen him like once with this build. Red Guardian could come in huge here. Either that or maybe it's like a Magneto fight. So it doesn't feel bad if you don't get it. Yeah. What are the vibes of Agent Venom? On the YouTube side, the Voot. The vibes of Agent Venom are pretty bad. I'm gonna be real honest with you. The vibes of Agent Venom are he's struggling. He's struggling to find where he belongs. Or maybe he's struggling to try to not belong in the garbage. I don't know. This works if they do like a MODOK here. Actually, no. They'd still discard with Dracula. Never mind. Magneto pulling over. Yeah, I think we lose. I mean, Anti-Venom? Did I say Agent Venom?
Escaped.
I meant Anti-Venom. But it is time for me to go pick up my son from school real fast. And so we are going to, unfortunately, end the stream without finding any kind of good shell for Anti-Venom. And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't find one at all. It could be like Wiccan or Namora, where it takes a little bit, and then once one is found, like that's the home that he belongs into. But right now, it feels like it is a bit too inconsistent for what it does. But either way, we had fun experimenting with it regardless. But we're gonna send you guys over on a raid. Let's go ahead and do we want Dara or Dexter? I guess Dara hit us with the raid the last time we were live, so I'm gonna send you guys over to Dara, and then we'll be back again tomorrow. Maybe not with an Anti-Venom deck. We'll see. We will be back very, very soon. I appreciate you guys hanging out and just all the positive vibes. Even if we were going negative, all the positive vibes. I've enjoyed them. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. We will see you guys around sometime very soon. Later, guys. Actually, I have to wait 10 seconds before we can raid. So we're going to pretend like I didn't say later until 10 seconds from now. But we're going to go ahead and queue up the raid. I appreciate you guys. Later.
Iron Man. They'd put Tribunal Iron Man mid, right? So they go 16, 32, 32. Yo, TLSG, thank you for the raid. I gotta do some math real quick though. 32, 40, 40 divided by 3 is 13 power in each lane. Okay, yeah, so we're fine if they do that. So I think I'm just gonna stack this one lane and assume they don't go for this lane. Thank you, TLSG, for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. We're playing some Anti-Venom. We're trying out every deck that there is with Anti-Venom. We're on the 3rd or 4th deck, I think, right now. Our next one is going to be a Darkhawk deck, I think, so. It's Tribunal, yeah. Oh, yeah. You wouldn't want it.